What's going on? What's going on? What's going
Man,
on? What's going on?
y'all
Hey,
fucked
what's
me
up?
up, man. I
Hello.
was over here busting some rhymes and stuff, things of
I
that
was gonna
nature.
tell one of y'all to spit
Launching
something,
it.
y'all.
Right?
That second, hey, that
Yeah,
second beat
hey,
was cold. Like I'm like, wait, hold on, let me pen
man,
something to
stop
that real quick.
playing. Man, y'all
Uh,
finna make me turn
I just
into
did. I just
Kendrick Lamar real quick.
hey, nah,
I just
you
did
good.
hella push-ups right now. I don't know
Hey,
why.
hey,
Launching
look.
some rhymes.
Salute everybody.
Hey, salute. Welcome to episode 6 of the crossover. We appreciate y'all rocking with us.
Yeah.
Today on the cast we got the good brother True the King. We got Sturdy. We got the Casual. Good brother Zeno, and I'm rebranding. First off, fellas, how y'all been?
Chilling, man. I can't complain, man.
Well, I know you can't
Can't com-
complain. Your team
can't
just
com-
Eastern Conference. Five,
Hey,
five, five Eastern
six and
Conference.
8 years, 6 6
You know,
8
you know
years,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, talk
Hey,
some
6 8
respect,
years,
man.
bro.
what's that
Hey,
stat?
man.
What's that stat you put in the Discord about the Jason Tatum rebound? There's only like 3 players that's rebounded more than him. That's such a
Hey,
crazy stat that you
he
found,
got
man.
more defensive rebound, and he got more defensive rebounds per game than Rudy Gobert in the
Oh,
playoffs.
brother. Oh, brother.
Hey, he's
Uh,
snapping. I mean, hey,
hey,
man.
Hey,
so y'all heard it here first from True. Jason Tatum is a top 5 rebounder of all time.
I ain't say all
Come the
that.
playoffs,
worst
man.
I
thing
ain't
that
say
could have
all that.
happened was y'all let the Celtics get to the
Hey,
Eastern Conference Finals. That's the worst thing that
hey,
could have happened.
Hey,
hey,
look,
man.
man. Hey, look. So expect True to
We here
pop his
though.
today, man. True's gonna pop
Facts,
his stuff today. Sturdy, how you
facts.
feeling, bro? How you doing today, dog?
I woke up
Ooh,
with a sore elbow, but I'm
Ooh,
good. I'm good. I'm
I
good.
got
Sore
some
elbow.
I'm
break.
good.
I got some breaking news. Man. Josh Hart got suffered a abdominal strain. He
oh
will try to
Lord.
play through injury, deciding game 7 on the deciding game 7. I just had to put it out there. Shans
Yikes.
put it out. So that's tough for the. I mean, we're gonna get to that later. We're gonna get
No,
into
no,
that. I just had to put it out. You know what I mean?
we definitely gonna get into that. Casual, good brother. How
Yeah,
are
it
you?
was good. Man, you know what? I can't complain. It wouldn't do no good. And lot of work getting done around here. So
No, for sure. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. So we had some debuts, y'all. We had some WNBA debuts. And one of those are Caitlin Clark. So her first game, she went, she did have 20 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3-point. She was 6 of 6 from the free throws with 3 assists, 10 turnovers. Her second game, her home debut against the New York Liberty, they did end up losing that game as well, 102-66. She was 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 turnovers in 30 minutes. So Sue Bird actually spoke up in the defense of Caitlin Clark in a way, right? So basically, I'm gonna get into the quote by her. Let me see here. So basically, this is what she's saying. Um, and shout out to the 4-time WNBA champion Sue Bird. She says this. Sometimes it feels like the weight of the WNBA is on her shoulders. That is both a compliment and warranted, but also a little bit unfair to put so much on her. You watch the games and she's not even getting that many great looks. Some of that is the other team's defense. She's played 2 of the top defensive teams in the league, but some of that is figuring it out. So fellas, my question for you all. One, is it too soon to panic when it comes to Caitlin Clark? And is the weight of the WNBA being put on her shoulders unfair? I'm gonna start with you, Casual.
first to I want to acknowledge the great Sue Bird. She hit it right on the head. The thing that I'm not really I don't this is my first full season of watching, WNBA basketball,
Hmm.
intensely. But so far what I'm noticing is they're not even putting forth the effort to really give her the best opportunity to succeed. A lot of these plays, they're shunning her out of the offense, and so when she gets the ball, it is in like pressurized moments. So it's like 10 seconds left on the clock. She got to make magic. And she's not that good at creating separation. I think you saw a little bit of that in college. And she was fantastic at making tough shots. But as far as like creating separation, she's not the most, special athlete in that aspect. But one of the things that she also, specialized in college that, brought to the allure of her coming into the WNBA was her playmaking skills. But how do you play make when everybody is half-assing um their routes or their sets? You know what I'm saying? If I tell True to go to the corner, but he's jogging to the corner by the time I get to the to my spot, expecting to kick the ball to him, he still hasn't gotten to the corner. Like, what do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of her turnovers are really just her trying to make the right pass. Like I watched this game against New York today. She actually just finished playing not too long ago, and the majority of her 8 turnovers were just because of pure I'm giving the ball to them and they're being lackadaisical, and when I pass them the ball to where they should be, they're not there. And so that right there is like it's telling me right now the chemistry between her and her teammates is like very off. Her and her coach, they at some point this season, I expect for it to start to come out about differences between the two, because they just look like they're avoiding each other. She's walking to the bench and she's not even acknowledging the head coach right now. And it just seems like she's growing frustrated. I think the teammates aren't necessarily that welcoming of her being on the team. And so I'm looking at her, and although she could be much better on the defensive end, as far as the offense, I don't know what you expect her to really do when her teammates aren't giving her much to work with.
Okay. And before I get to you, True, I do want to say this. Yeah. So the New York Liberty won again today against the Indiana Fever, 91-80. Sue Bird, I'm tripping. Caitlin Clark, 9 of 17 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, but there was those 8 turnovers. So having trouble, not turning over the ball right now. So True, question to you as well. Do you feel like the WNBA, the weight of the WNBA being put on her is unfair? And do you think it's too soon to press the panic button?
It's definitely too soon to press the panic button, and it's definitely unfair. But all y'all, Caitlin Clark meat munchers, all y'all that was doing all this, and we told y'all she was going to struggle. I listen. I'm not was against pushing Caitlin Clark. Have to do what you have to do, but we got to be realistic at the same time. Also, you can do both. She can be the future, but you have to understand the situation is. Listen, she can be all that. What people want to say, where she can be this and that, but in the reality situation is she got to compete. And all this, I was hearing she gonna be the best in the NBA, the WNBA, this, and then that's what. And I also told people this too. And the last episode, listen, this is why you don't just put your chips in all in one basket with one player, because then you have situations like this where she's struggling, and she like, if you watch her play, she's struggling, but you can tell. You can tell that she's going to be fine. However great she will be, that's going to be another comment of the day, of course. But listen, y'all was telling me that, she's hands down the best in the draft class and this, and I shout out to Andrew Reese and them and Cameron, shout out to them. They've been playing pretty decent. They were saying that, they were playing pretty decent. You know what I mean? They would say, I'm just saying. So it's like y'all would make it seem like
unfair though.
But listen, but granted, it's still
mean?
too early for even them either. But still, it's like y'all would make it seem like she was outclassing everybody. in a sense, like, oh, she's carrying the reason why they got these charter flights, which is fine. Which is fine. But guess what? She's struggling, and now everybody won't be quiet. People were saying all she's doing is everybody won't make excuses now. We told y'all it was unfair to have these type of expectations and comparisons off the gate. We told y'all this. I ain't gonna say no names. Shout out my man Mac Def saying that she was gonna be the greatest of all time. And like, well, shoot, hey, she breaking records all right. 10 turnovers by the way, 10 turnovers in a WNBA debut is a record, by the way. It's an unfortunate record. This probably won't be broken in a long time. 10, I mean, shoot, geez. But hey, man, they got the fever. You know what I mean? She had a fever that game. You know what I mean? No
Oh
pun
man,
intended.
shoot,
All right, bro.
true. Hold on,
Man,
hold on.
oh my
Let's
God.
let's get the sturdy real quick because I'm looking at my dog casual man, and he got a little smoke for you, true. So please, be prepared. But go ahead, sturdy. What do you think? Do you think it's unfair to put the weight of the WNBA on Caitlin Clark? Um, and do you feel like it's too soon to press the panic button, or do you feel like, hey, look, man, it's right on time. Press it. Go ahead.
It's too soon to push the panic button. There's 36 games in the WNBA season, but there's a lot of games to be played, and she's a rookie, so it's going to take some adjustment. However, I do think it is warranted for the pressure. I think it's two things. I think it's indictment on the WNBA how they promote their talent, as well as the pressure is warranted. Last time I checked, with great power comes great responsibility, my guy. So, in this regard for Caitlin Clark was box office in college. In college, she was box office trending around the world. So yes, the hype is warranted and it is needed as much as you need to because as much you have the people who want to cheer for Clayton Clark's greatness, you also got people that want to cheer for her downfall. But most importantly, both sides are bringing attention. So yes, the pressure is warranted because the pressure brings narratives. Narratives keeps the casuals around, and most importantly, more eyes glued to the TV screen. Last time I checked, that they first WNBA game sold out. They had to go to a bigger stadium. Am I wrong, rebranding? Or did that actually happen?
No. Hold on. Real quick. Fun fact. So speaking of
Say
that,
it.
the Fever attendance last night was 17,274, right? And the highest that it's been for the Pacers was actually 16,466. So when you put that into perspective, yeah, Caitlin Clark she's doing
The
the dang
thing
on
that
thing with it.
This is warranted.
I
So
just
yes, the pressure is
just a quick
warranted.
correction.
You
Sturdy,
just like my
just
fault.
a just a quick no. I just wanted to just correct you real quick. As of last year, I believe WNBA is now 40 games a season. I just wanted to give you that tidbit there.
Okay, my bad. So
Yeah,
40 games. But the point is, there's more games than just judge on based off 2 or 3 games. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hmm.
And the point, and simply put, the pressure is warranted. The pressure is needed, and it's expected. She's a very talented player.
Hmm.
And let's be honest, just like the WNB, just like the NBA, they use the rollout of high talent prospects coming into the league too. Jordan didn't have a successful season. LeBron didn't have a successful season come out the gate, but
Hmm.
they still continue to market them through their fails. So you shouldn't hit the panic button. The pressure is definitely warranted, but in my opinion, it's more so indictment on the WNBA marketing. To be honest with you, like there's no because with how True misspoke about, I completely said that phrase wrong by putting chips in the basket. I'm pretty sure it's eggs in the basket. They do have more baskets. They put their eggs in. You know what I mean? Like they can market Breonna Stewart. They can market Aja Wilson, the defending champ, by the way. They can market Jaquel Jones. They can market Kelsey Plum. They can market Della Don. You know what I mean? Like they have talent.
Del-
They can.
Delaware's own.
They,
Delaware's own.
they can. They have multiple great players that they can spread that attention around, so that way they're not as reliant on Clayton Clark.
Yeah, nah. So and before I get back to you, casual, because I know you want to jump on True's neck real quick. I will say this. Yeah, we're gonna move past that. We're gonna move past that. We're gonna move past that. Shout out to the sponsors coming, man. Moving past that. But no, so I get it, right? I get it, right? Because a lot of people, even when we look at these prospects coming into whether we're talking the WNBA or the NBA, a lot of people feel away about the hype that some of them get. Y'all, if y'all remember, it was last year with
Mhm.
Wemby when he were playing in the summer league. People, was it the summer league or the preseason, where people were ready to cancel him after one game? They were
Yeah.
calling him they were ready to, oh, I told you he's overhyped after one game. So I think y'all just calm down. She still has to learn how to play the game professionally. Um, Today, listen, the turnovers, that number will go down. The turnovers will go down if she develops chemistry with her
Not that
team.
record. Not that record though.
Yeah, you know what, casual, what's going on? Was there anything that True said that you just disagreed with? And appreciate the chat, by the way.
Yeah. But salute to
It's
you guys
life.
that's subscribing us, by the way.
Definitely subscribe.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys for subscribing. The problem I'm having with the route that True is going about this whole discussion is he's acting as if Caitlin Clark is just in like the same situation or the same ideal situation that rookies like Angel Reese and Cameron Brink are in. Cameron Brink is in a situation where, quite literally, like I know I said during the off season that Cameron Brink is like equivalent to, like, if you had to find like a player in NBA history that she's equivalent to, that she would be equivalent to like Tim Duncan.
Right.
It's going
I
more
did
and
remember that.
more. It's going more and more apparent with how like ideal the situation she's in. I don't think people understand how good of a coach. I forget the lady's name over in LA Sparks is. She's actually a really good coach.
Best coach in LA.
She's actually a real. That does
Bruh,
not say
shots.
much. That does not say much. But, but
Besides
well, Ty
Tyler.
lose that. Ty lose
Besides
there.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Tyler,
Tyler.
bro.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Y'all
shout
Tyler.
out to
Shout out to
Tyler,
Tyler.
my
disrespect.
man. Shout out
But
to Tyler, man.
Best
but
coach in the
yeah, she's
in
definitely
Vegas.
she's I tell you this for sure. She's a top 5 head coach in the WNBA from what I'm seeing. And so Cameron Brink is being put in situations to where she's not being asked to have that heavy of a load on the offensive end,
Mhm.
and defensively, they basically got her playing like AD over here. She's just roaming. Just
Right.
like tonight, she went up against. I mean, today she went up against the Aces. Like the 4 blocks that she got, or I think it's 3 that she got on against Aja Wilson, it
Mhm.
does not do justice how much she is like problematic around the rim. But then you look over there at Angel Reese. Are we going to act like Cardozo being gone does not give her more opportunities than she was going to get if Cardozo was there? Like if Cardozo is there offensively, Angel Reese is not getting the opportunity that she get. Defensively, I am so impressed with Angel Reese, but offensively, like we do have to understand the differences between what Caitlin Clark is going through versus what Angel Reese and Cameron Brink and what's the other rookie? Like they're just getting they're getting different opportunities. In Caitlin Clark's situation, and I really want you guys to watch her over next week. Caitlin Clark is in a situation where she's not the first option for that team. She ain't even a second option, like as far as like what they want to go through. Not what they should go through, but what they want to go through. They want to go through the sophomore. I think her name is Aaliyah Boston. They want to go through. Yeah, they want. Yeah, she cold. She's struggling this season so far, but I think a large reason of that is because she's trying to get used to the situation of having Caitlin Clark there.
Caitlin Clark. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole different like situation. But also, I don't know why, but they're giving Kelsey Mitchell entirely too many opportunities to be able to decide whether she wants to take the shot or whether Caitlin Clark is going to take the shot. She should not have that much power and say over who's going to take the shot. I understand, like, she's the veteran, she's the vet on this team, but there comes a time where, like, you drafted Caitlin Clark for a reason. The main reason why they had a losing season last year was because they didn't have enough shot creation and they didn't have a ball handler that could create for herself and others. Yeah. Caitlin Clark checks those boxes. So it would behoove you to like give her the ball and allow her and Aaliyah Boston to develop some type of chemistry, because those are the 2 cornerstones of the roster.
Yeah.
And so that's my only
Hey,
problem with
hey,
what you're saying, True. I understand like
But people
her
know the
stats
point
don't
is
look that.
the
Yeah, go
point
ahead.
is though people didn't care about none of that you said though. Not to reiterate that when
Hmm.
that time came, I didn't
Yeah.
disagree with none of you said. But when people said about people's situations, and it's like they didn't care, and they said, "Well, Caitlin Clark is the end all be all." So
Hmm.
that's my point. I didn't listen. I know everybody's situation is different, but people didn't care about that. They were saying that she was the best thing since sliced bread. She's, you
no.
know
Yeah.
what I mean. So that being said, um, I mean, hey man, it's everybody. A lot of loaves, it's a lot of bread. There's a lot of bread out here. You know what I mean? And it's not just her. Everybody's situation is different, and
Yeah.
everybody's getting. And like I said, shout out to Angel Reese. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we all know that she would never probably be maybe a great offensive player per se, maybe,
Hmm.
but her bread and butter is the rebound and the defense, and she can
Hmm.
do that at a high level, and she can
Yes.
be at least good average offensively. She can be a problem for a long time. The fact that she can
Agreed.
translate as a rookie at
Hmm.
this fast, and listen, she capitalizing on the opportunities. You know what I mean? You can't get mad that Darcy
I
unfortunately got
know that's
hurt.
God.
She
Yeah.
come in, hey, guess what? She's upping her stock, and it's like,
No,
hey,
for sure.
I'm here. So
For sure. Hey.
Met Gala to the hey. I'm killing on the red carpet.
She
I'm gonna kill it
versatile,
in the
man. She's
I'm
versatile.
a, you know what I mean. So
She's
hey,
versatile, man. Kill it on the floor
Just
and
a
the court.
quick address. Rick Ball Boston is definitely better than Clark.
Hey, oh, hold
We
on.
won't get
Listen,
no argument from me.
hold on, and shout out to Rick Ball, right? But I got a question for you, Casual.
Yes, sir.
For the people who may not be that familiar with the WNBA, let me ask you a question. So, Aaliyah Boston, who would you
Okay.
compare her to in the NBA? What who would you say she's close to?
Leah Boston in the
So,
NBA right now.
yeah, who would you compare her to? Just so we can go. And Rick Ball, you can answer that question as well.
Aaliyah Boston would probably be compared to like who's a
Giannis
big that
Antetokounmpo. I'm playing
hell
with you.
This
no.
is
Hey,
wilding.
hey,
Sturdy
relax.
is wilding right now.
she ain't
I
rushing 1,000 yards a game season, man.
she is that's a good question. Let me think about
We'll
that.
okay.
Let me think
We'll
about
come
that.
back to it. We'll come back to it. But
Yeah.
so I appreciate y'all takes on that. Speaking of draft prospects, y'all. We got Bronny James, man. Listen, Bronny James in the draft combine right now, killing it, right? Crushing it right now. You know, doing his thing. So I got a question. I got a question for y'all, right? Um, let me see. True, let me ask you a question, bro.
Okay.
Absolutely,
Do you
absolutely.
feel like how good do you think Bronny can truly be in the NBA?
I really don't know. To be honest with you, I think he has, of course, the athletic ability, but
Hmm.
with that being said, it's a lot of people that's super athletic that's not in the NBA. So I mean,
Yeah.
you can't go. I mean, with that being said,
Hmm.
I think this is just listen. I understand nepotism when it comes to these situations, and athletes having kids and things of that nature.
Hmm.
But this is my opinion. I can't speak for everybody, but this is disgusting. Like we pick and choose. I've never seen somebody, a athlete, get hyped up over a draft combine this much in my life. I've never seen it. And granted, listen, I'm gonna give him credit. He's doing what he needs to do in the draft combine. So let me put that out there too. But at the same time, to a point where we're gonna justify him translating to the NBA, like that's insane. Like bro. You know what I mean? Draft combines I've seen where somebody like destroyed the combine from the NFL, the NBA, whatever, and they come when it comes time to play, and it's like
I got it.
they when it comes to play, it's like, oh, it don't turn out well at all. I know some draft combine Hall of Famers. It's a
Hmm.
bunch of it's people. Hey, listen, man. Listen. It's some draft combine superstars, man. When they came to that nitty gritty, you try to make that roster, you playing, it don't turn out that same, man. I just think is listen, we all understand he's LeBron James' son. so he gonna get this attention per se. But that's listen. But you have other NBA kids that don't never even get this same amount of attention. Like they didn't give Sharif O'Neal this benefit of doubt when he came. He had a similar situation. I understand the nepotism of
That's a
that,
good
but we
point.
got to understand there were people. There's legit like y'all didn't give DJ Wagner that benefit of doubt. Y'all didn't separate that man when he matter of fact he went another year in college. Y'all not defending him saying that he needs to don't leave college. Y'all ain't saying that. He struggled this year in Kentucky, last year in Kentucky, and he's a third generation pro prospect. He's a third generation. You know what I mean?
But true. He listen. So he went because I feel like a lot of he went 19 to 25 from behind the arc in the 3-point star shooting in the combine, right? 13 points, 4-10 from the field in one of his games. Do you feel like you know what? I'm gonna get back to it. Because I want to hear everybody before. Because I want to ask you all the same question. Go ahead though, and then we'll go to you, Casual.
It's like it's just man. It's ridiculous, dog. Like I've seen people that's posting draft combines. I've never seen them post draft comp before. But now all of a sudden we're gonna sit up here and draft. Like we're going to emphasize and having discourse on. Like that's my problem with it. Like we understand the nepotism of it, but the levels that I'm seeing is crazy.
But before we go to Casual, let me ask you a quick question. True. Do you remember them doing this for Jabari Parker?
No.
Ben Simmons?
No.
Andrew Wiggins?
No.
Lonzo Ball?
No. And he had a roll. Let me make this clear. Yes, and Lonzo Ball did have a rollout per se. He had the hype around him, but we wasn't talking about him. We wasn't having discourse about his draft combine.
Blake Griffin?
No.
Zion Williamson?
No.
Oh, man,
he had the hype. We understand.
Hold on. Time out.
Time out. No. Don't. We're not playing this game. We're not playing it. We're not playing this game. See, y'all picking and choosing.
Zion had eyes on him since high school. Every step of the way.
But you're not listening. But we had discourse about his draft combine. No, we did
not.
Yeah. Yes, they did. They were talking about his vertical.
Hold on.
They're like, yo, this dude was a freak.
Hold on. Look.
He been a freak. He been. Nobody was surprised by that. Like, why were y'all lying?
Sturdy.
Why y'all lying?
Sturdy. Who was the player in the combine that they did a whole news break about how much weight he lifted? Was that Zion? I think that was Zion.
Nigga, bro, like we ain't doing this, though.
Time out. The judge, but we had discourse about the draft combine about how he can translate to the NBA. We already knew that he was an NBA player. All right, bro. So we nobody questioned Zion being an NBA. We always knew he was going to be in the NBA for years. Like that's not.
No. It was both. It was both. No, it was both. No, it was both. It was both. Zion. People were saying Zion can play in the league due to his athleticism, but also people saying his athleticism don't fit his body. Hold on. We're not gonna pretend. We're not gonna pretend.
Hold on.
That pissed me off, bro. That really not. I'm not for this. Is what I got to say.
Hold on, true. I'm gonna let you rock. Hold on.
That's crazy, bro.
Let's get some order because
nobody said he didn't have a type of hype too. Nobody said he didn't.
True. We will get into it. I promise you, brother. We're gonna get into it because I got my opinion on it. Casual, I'm gonna go to you real quick. I hear you say that you found the comparison for Aaliyah Boston. Give us that, and then get into the Bronny James.
Yes. The comparison that I found was Jonas Valanciunas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the comparison I got.
Jonas Valanciunas. Okay.
Yes.
So go ahead though. What do you think about the how good do you think Bronny James can be in the NBA?
First off, L Grove money, Casual Chamberlain is crazy the week after the joke was already done. but anyway.
Yo, I forgot about that. Oh, thanks for breaking that back, man.
Yeah, that's L y'all. No, Kevon Looney is crazy as well. That she's not going to be a rebounding like machine like Kevon Looney. She has more upside offensively, but defensively, I don't see the upside of
She,
her really
okay,
being there.
so what do
But
you think about Bronny James? How good do you think he could be
yeah,
in the NBA?
I think Bronny's skill set is I think Bronny's skill set is NBA worthy. I just don't think he's prepared. I don't think he's developed. That's my main problem with him being in the draft. I feel like he's rushing it. I feel like another year or so could have allowed him to develop and hone his craft. I think the skill set is there. I think the passing ability. I think his speed when fully healthy and allowed to because of the heart condition. Obviously, he was hampered during the season, but I think when healthy, I think he has the speed, the footwork. I think he has the passing ability defensively. I think some people have compared him to Gary Payton II or Davion Mitchell as his upside. I think that is more than fair. I feel like he's speeding up a process that does not need to be sped up, especially if what you want is for you to have your own legacy, for you to not be tied to your dad nearly as often. I don't see why you know what I'm saying you would speed up this so that you could sort of what just turn into a second rounder. Like I'm not really understanding what the reason or what for making this decision. I'm sort of lost.
Okay. Sturdy, what's going on, good brother? You there?
I am, brother.
Calm down, fool. But no, listen. So Bronny
Eric
James,
Bledsoe is a good comparison, actually, Christopher D.
Eric Bledsoe. Okay. Hold on.
Hmm.
Shout out to Christopher. Shout out to Christopher too. But go ahead, Sturdy. How good do you think Bronny can be in the NBA?
I think Bronny could be what he's projected to be since his high school, which is a good defensive role player who can knock down open shots, who can be a good tertiary playmaker and possibly a good weak side offensive player. Like I don't like people keep saying the hype is the attention isn't warranted because of where he's going to be in the league when he was never projected to be a lottery pick ever. Before the heart condition, after the heart condition, he was never projected to be a high school player ever. So I get it because his who his father is and that's the fact that he's still playing in the league. I get the extra attention, but I think it's kind of unfair that Bronny is being portrayed as the quote unquote poster child of nepotism. We got people saying, "Oh, look at his stats. How is he worthy of the NBA?" Which common sense, if you understand the history of drafting in the NBA, they draft mostly on potential. Guys that like literally guys outside the lottery, they don't care about your. They start caring less and less about your college stat or your amateur stats because they primarily going by potential and what is your game and dimensions trending towards with the league. Because if it was about stats, if it was about how good was your amateur, then a guy like Zach Edey would be easily a top three player in a draft that's considered one of the least talented draft that's projected to be one of the least talented draft in the last 10 years. So it's always been based off potential. So he's been a tweener guard who has good athletic ability, who can play defense, and based off that, that sounds like a second round player, like most defensive role players anyway. That's why I think he could be rebranded. I think Bronny could be a good defensive role player, similar to he. And it's funny too. He
Hmm.
said he wanted to be he wanted to pattern his game after Drew Holiday, after Derek White,
Okay. So he
Davion
wants to
Mitchell.
focus on
Two of
defense.
those three guys, yeah, two of those three guys I mentioned are Celtic alumni.
Yeah.
So we being
So
funny, or that what point we trying to make there?
the point is this: there is a spot, multiple spots for a guard who can do so. A guard who can play defense between who can guards ones and twos,
How do we
and
know he can play defense
who's
at
able
NBA level?
who's able to knock down open shots and make smart plays.
How do
Because
we know he can do
just
this
like
at NBA level?
I'm answering that. Just like every prospect, true. They just gotta just see what they do in the minutes they give them.
No, we're not
That's
playing
it.
that game. We're not.
No,
How
no,
do
that's
you
every
know for
prospect.
no,
That's literally every
we're
prospect.
not. No, how do we know that for a fact when he couldn't? When we seen in the
I
college,
just answered the question,
no,
True.
don't do
It's
that.
not a
Don't do
fact. It's
that.
a projection. It's the draft.
Don't do that
There
because
is no fact.
don't do that because there's the fact of the matter is this, that it's true, but you're trying to. But if he couldn't do that on a lesser level, how can we sit here and say, oh, he possibly can do it on the next level? When I've never seen a
Yeah, that's
person,
how that's how
I've
that's how
never
that's how
don't do
draft
that. No,
prospects
I've
works
never no,
at the
don't do
lower
that.
round.
Don't
No,
do that. I've never seen
no,
any
that's a
draft.
fact.
No, I've never seen any draft prospect that couldn't do a certain things in the lower level, and all of a sudden going to translate to the professional level.
Translate to the professional level.
I've never seen
What you talking
somebody
about?
because listen, because y'all old because his
So you
defensive
telling me
record,
guys
he
did
was
you talking
giving
about guys
he
who didn't get drafted, who did show to be good players in college? You telling me those guys didn't get drafted in the NBA? Let me know.
bro, Bronny was not good defensively in college.
Hey,
No,
hold
that's
on,
not
hold
what I
on,
asked you,
real,
True.
hold on,
That's not what
hold
I
on,
asked
hold
you.
on, hold on, real
I
quick.
just what I said. If we're going to sit here and say that he's going to be a 3-and-D player, right? He wasn't doing
I
that.
say
He
he's
wasn't shooting.
projected to be.
It
He's been
doesn't
projected to
matter.
be
No,
since his high school.
you can
That
be
what the
projected
draft is
all
about.
no. You can be projected all you want to.
That's literally
My
what the draft
issue.
is about.
This is my issue. This is my issue. If you couldn't do that in the lesser level, how do we expect you to sit there and do that on a higher level?
Development and growth, True. Like every
True, hold
prospect
on,
Then
in
name me.
NBA
All right,
history.
bro. All right,
hold
bro.
on, hold on, hold
So
on, hold on, true, because I think
okay.
true does have a point, right? And Lamont pointed this out. Shout out to FYF. Make sure y'all click and subscribe to the YouTube
The backup guard gave
channel.
him 30 points. Like backup guard gave him 30 points
Yeah,
in
that's what.
college,
Yeah, so
bro.
And
What are we
Lamont said
like?
it. A backup point guard on ASU gave Bronny 30
hmm
points.
hmm
So my and this is my thinking with it. I think that Bronny James should stay in college, right? We all understand that he had the incident with the cardiac arrest and things like that, and everybody is happy that he's okay, right? I think he needs to stay in college for at least if at a minimum 2 or 3 more years, right? I think he needs to stay in college, but I want to move on, right? I want to get into a different topic here, right? So at the NBA combine, Bronny James was asked about playing with his father, and he quotes, he says he pretty much wants to focus on his own identity, not playing with his famous father, pretty much like. He wants to focus on crafting his own identity. Now, with that, a lot of people are upset at LeBron James right now. They're upset. They feel like he's politicking to get his son into the league. There are people that feel as though no one else's sons were able to even get a draft combine invite. So do y'all feel as though that the criticism that LeBron James is facing is unnecessary? Do you feel like, I mean, he's doing what a father should do, or do you feel like he's going to push his son's career into the wrong direction? I'm gonna start with you, Sturdy.
LeBron is doing what LeBron does, just bringing attention to himself and also to his family. That's pretty much it. Like in sports entertainment, the more attention, the better, the more profit. That's all this is. Second thing is, no matter who Bronny is related to, his career is going to be predicated off his actions. LeBron can't dribble the ball for him. LeBron can't shoot the ball for him.
Hmm.
So this idea that people want to tie their legacies together is corny. They're two different people. We didn't do it for no other NBA legend son. Scottie Pippen
LeBron
Jr.'s
Jordan.
legacy, yeah, Scottie Pippen Jr. legacy had nothing to do with Pippen's legacy. Nothing. So the thing is like of course, like let's be honest, like I think over 60 to 70% of the league either players are either related to or trained under umbrella of former NBA players. So just like any other business and company, of course you're gonna use your connections to give certain guys you want to pave the way more opportunity or more attention. But at the end of the day, just like any other business, you still gotta put in the work. You still gotta show up.
Okay. Um, True. As a matter of fact, casual. I'm gonna come to you on this one, good brother. Um, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like a lot of the criticism that LeBron James is getting right now is it unnecessary? Is it fair? Is he doing what a father should do, or do you feel like he's actually putting a target on his son's back?
And True muted.
You
Yeah.
muted. You
Now we can
muted,
we can.
Casual.
No, you mute. You was muted, True.
Yeah, no, I was muted. I was muted.
Oh, my bad.
Do I think that it's deserved? No, I don't think it's deserved. But
Mhm.
do I think that he should know better, being in, the eyes of the media for years upon years, that, you know, it would probably behoove you to sort of, maybe ease up a little bit on, being the super duper supportive dad. Maybe. But I can't question a man's, want or will to support their son under any circumstances. I cannot, I will not, I shall not complain about how LeBron should let his son be his own man. Do I think that, Bronny's legacy is going to be tied to LeBron's, or if anybody continues to, compare that it's that it's fair? No, because I think Bronny ultimately is his own player. His skill set is different from LeBron's. His what he desires is different from LeBron. So I don't think that he should necessarily be pushing this hard to be everywhere that Bronny is. Because the, we have to call a spade a spade. Bron has an aura about him where as soon as he steps in, there's immediate speculation on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This nigga went to Cleveland just because he wanted to support his team. He was in town at the time,
Mhm.
and people start speculating if he coming back home.
All right.
And so, like, when you know that you have that type of aura about you, you have to start to look in different areas on, and you have to reflect a little bit. Am I doing too much? Maybe should I take my foot off the foot off the gas a little bit? And so that's what I think. But I'm not going to say that I think he's wrong or right. I can only say what I would do.
Okay. I appreciate that. So true. What about you, bro?
I
You think it's unnecessary?
there's another unnecessary on what again about LeBron
No.
and
So the criticism that LeBron
oh
James is
yeah,
getting.
oh yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say this: LeBron James supporting his son. There's nothing wrong with that per se, but I will say this: shout out to Rolf. I see you in the comments. Rumble the Ring tomorrow. Go tune in for that. Hey, that being said, LeBron James also saying that LeBron is better than NBA players right now. He said this like a year ago or
That's
something
a
like
that's
that.
a that's a target.
So it's like that being it's all cool. Listen, there's nothing wrong for putting your sons and saying that like, hey, Bronny, he's cold. I'm gonna support everything you doing. That's there's nothing wrong with that. But when you sit up here saying that he's better than NBA players, where it's question that he's an NBA player himself, then that's I think people will have an issue with that. And that's why fast forward is a different tune now where LeBron James don't care that he plays with his son no more per se. He just cares about him just making to the league. You see how things change?
Hmm.
It's not a coincidence. If Bronny was a top 10 draft pick, if Bronny was one of the best players in this draft per se, would he be having that same tune? Me personally, I don't think so. Because why? I mean, shoot, if my son's a top 10 pick, I'm LeBron James, I would play with him too. I mean, I understand that, but guess what? He's not, and that's what the issue was when he made those comments in the past. So I'm like, listen, listen, supporting your son and his dreams is all fine and dandy, but hey, I mean, the criticism is some of the criticism you have to understand it. It's like, bro, like it is what it is. Rick Bronny is better than some NBA players right now. I guarantee. Listen, on everything in the game of 12, Francis is beating Bronny like 12 to
I mean,
5.
come on,
Like,
we
come
gotta
on,
look at the size comparison too.
come
Like,
on,
come on,
bro.
dog. Like this,
Like
like
y'all gotta stop, bro.
But no, but
Yeah, good thing basketball is
Have
not a one-on-one
Like, no,
sport.
y'all
but
not seen
come on, man.
Thanasis try to finish a layup wide open? It gets pretty nasty. I'm not
It
gonna
is
lie to
I,
you.
that
listen,
Knicks that Knicks tape. The Knicks tape is different though. His Knicks tape is decent though. I ain't gonna lie. His
I
Knicks
will say
tape
That's
this.
decent.
crazy. I
I
saw
will
it on
say this.
Instagram. This shit went triple styrofoam, bro. That shit
Triple
was crazy.
styrofoam is crazy. That's fucked up. I will say this. I will say this. I do think that LeBron James is putting a target on his back, right? Almost like LeVar Ball. And shout out to the Ball family. LeVar Ball, when Lonzo was coming out, he was like quoted saying, "Oh, he's better than Steph Curry now," and people like jumped on him for that. And I'm as a father, I'm always going to tell fathers, "Hey, listen, do everything you can for your kid." Right? Like, definitely be there for your kid. Definitely speak life into your kids. Speak highly of your children, always. So salute to the W fathers out here that are doing that. But to like you said, true to say that he's better than some NBA players right now, you've already put smoke on him. Because if I'm an NBA player right now, when
It's
Bronny
94
James gets on
feet.
the court, yes, listen, bro. When Bronny gets on the court, bro, yes, I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to embarrass you. And it's almost comparable to, well, it's different in a way, right? With Austin Rivers and Doc Rivers, right? At least Doc Rivers, people could see the talent there, right? There are some people that don't see the talent right now with this kid. Six
Yeah.
one. He's 6'1" right now, without shoes, by the way. People looking at that, and I just think Bron, if you love him, step aside because you are going to make his time in the NBA a hellhole because people are already going to be on his neck. And to Bronny, you can't escape your name. You can try to craft out your legacy all you want, but the
LeBron
moment
James
that they
did say we
say,
regret naming him
yeah,
after him
yeah,
though, too.
absolutely. Because listen, you try to. I want to have my own path. All right, cool. And coming in at number 0 for the Orlando Magic, LeBron James Jr. Like, bro, we get it, dog. That's your pops. You're not
Now they're
gonna
gonna call
escape
him
that.
Bronny. They're gonna call him
They gonna
Bronny
call
though.
him
They ain't,
Bronny.
they ain't call him
They're
Bronny
calling
Bronny.
Brawler.
James
It's
Jr.
similar to Steph. Like Steph
Yeah,
first name is not Steph.
yeah. But then lastly, I'll say
They're gonna
this.
call him. They're gonna call him
Um,
Bronny though.
I'm
Bronny
gonna say
James.
this. I'm gonna say this lastly. Coming in right now, looking at the ESPN top 100 prospects right now, he went from number 98 to number 54. So he is climbing. But I want to get into our next topic here because Stephen A. Smith. Shout out to the good brother, um, Stephen A. Smith. He's actually let me see. He actually made a comment, and he's actually asking, should a team take a chance on drafting Bronny to lure LeBron James to their team? And the second part of that question is, if you say no, who do you think? What team do you think is a good fit for him? And we'll
Um,
start off. True, you can go ahead. You can start off.
First of all, LeBron James said that he's not going for it. So it's like just because you draft my son don't mean I'm going to your team, Detroit. So it's like, that's LeBron. Listen, LeBron James only got two options in his career so far. If he wanted wherever it's going to be, LA, which is a home for him for a while now, or back to Cleveland. That's really the two options there. That's really it. And most likely it's probably gonna be LA. So I
that
mean,
that would be horrible
so
if.
that being said, Bronny, like you said before, and then Bronny reiterated this too during these questions, during his draft combine. I ain't never shoot press conferences, draft combines. But anyway, it's like nah, but yeah, it's he said so himself though. I don't care about playing with my dad. So listen, hey, if it happens, it's happened. But he also, I think LeBron and Bronny also said, listen, I'm just trying to, like you said, this is my career. I want to be who I want to be. And hey, if I play for Utah Jazz, I play for the Utah Jazz. That's how Bronny is. Listen, if I play for the or the Sixers or the whatever case may be, Orlando Magic, so be it. Don't mean LeBron James. Don't mean I gotta be on the same roster as LeBron. You know what I mean?
No, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna be honest. If I'm Bronny, I'd rather go later in the draft, anyways. Let me go to a contender. And I mean, not to guarantee that you will go to a contender, but especially if I'm going late in the first,
yeah.
I
So
got a
when
higher
somebody
chance.
guard them, when somebody guard them, be like, "Yo, go get your popcorn hit different, man."
Yeah,
That's
that's
going.
gonna be nasty. That's gonna be
Go get your
nasty. But
pop.
but
It's like,
uh,
no.
but but sturdy. Go ahead though. Do you feel like a team should take a chance on Bronny to lure LeBron? And if not, where do you think Bronny fits? Go ahead, sturdy.
Because one, primarily because the amount of money LeBron's going to demand. Like LeBron is not going to take some crazy pay cut just to play with his son because he hasn't shown no sign of doing that. He's not going to do that. To be honest with you. Second thing is, any team that has a good development system, which is kind of sad to say, in the best league of basketball, like the fact that majority of the league don't have good development programs. It's kind of an indictment on how lazy some of these front offices are, but that's a different conversation. But specifically, you can say teams like the Heat, the Knicks, OKC, Spurs, Rockets. Even believe it or not, even Golden State. They can't develop bigs, but they can develop guards. Like we do know that. So I think those just to name a few. Those are some good spots, and all those teams I just named also have draft picks too in the late part of the draft.
Okay, okay. And speaking of the NBA draft, the San Antonio. Wait, I'm sorry. Casual. My bad, good brother. What do you think about it? Do you think
Um,
Bronny needs to?
no, I don't think the NBA should take a flyer on him. I don't think the G League should take a flyer on him.
Mhm.
And my teams would be either Brooklyn or San Antonio.
Brooklyn and
Uh,
San Antonio?
yeah, Brooklyn or San
Okay.
Antonio could take a flyer on him. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Christopher D, we're twinning because every time I'm thinking of an answer, you come up with the answer.
Man,
So
shout out to Chris, man. And
shout
shout
out to
and,
you.
and shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all, subscribe once again to the YouTube page. And also follow the crossover FYF on Twitter. We do spaces over there. Gives y'all an opportunity to come up and chop it with us. And get in on some of them sports conversations that we're having over there as well. And make sure y'all look out for True. You want to go ahead and plug it? Uh,
Oh,
the
Rumble in the Ring show tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Rumble in the Ring show tomorrow. Professional Wrestling Podcast. Listen,
what
I
what
got
time?
it.
What time?
All five. Whoa, hold up. 5
Okay.
Is
p.m.
it
Eastern
five
Standard
Eastern?
Time.
5 Eastern time.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern
Okay.
Standard Time. So, hey, if y'all
Okay.
like professional wrestling, um, y'all like, hey, we gonna talk about
The
Sunday
bloodline, the way they've like flipped that,
bloodline.
that's crazy.
That's
Hey,
That's
one of them
blood,
topics actually.
okay,
One of the
okay.
topics
bloodline.
actually.
Also, too, Monday. Shout out to Herm.
Shout out to
Me
Herm.
and True Sports Talk with Herm on Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be unpredictable, man.
You
I
never
don't know
know. You
what's gonna
never
happen.
know. You never
So
know.
so who know who will show up? It's like nah. I was like nah. So,
Nah, but nah, man. Salute to Rumble of the Ring. True Talks with Hollywood Herm. Shout out to Hollywood Herm. Shout out to Maria. Shout out to
shout
H
out
from
to
the
her.
UK. Shout out to the good brother Zeno. Shout out to the chat, man. I'm gonna be honest. Shout out to y'all. We see y'all participating down there. Some of y'all are kind of cooking us on the response as well. Herm the Perm is crazy, Tiffany. Herm the Perm is wild.
Shout out
Um,
to Tiffany Ned in the hey, shout out to Tiffany Ned in the chat, man.
nah, for sure, for sure. So, we have a big fight coming up, y'all. And listen, chat. True and Sturdy have been getting on my damn nerves, arguing about this fight. They have been getting on my last nerves with this fight. So True and Sturdy, I want to focus on you two for a second. Um, we have Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk coming up. What is the magnitude of this fight? What's 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 on the line with this fight, y'all? True, I need you to hype me up, brother, because I'm thinking about purchasing. Why should I
Listen, man,
purchase this fight, bro?
this is one of the biggest fights of the year, one of the biggest boxing fights of the year. Listen, um, one of the great. This is one of the greatest European fights, probably gonna be of all time, maybe the biggest. If I'm staying, if I'm anybody from over there, Europe, whatever. If correct me if I'm wrong. Alexander Usyk, undisputed, he was undisputed cruiserweight champion, moved up, became heavyweight champion, beat Anthony Joshua, uh, twice heavyweight champion. Of course, we know who Tyson Fury is, the WBC champion, undefeated. Um, hey, this is one of those ones. And this is for all the marbles. This is for the undisputed. This is for all the belts, all the heavyweight championship belts. So this is the first ever. It will be a first ever undisputed champion since, like I said, hey, shout out to Gravy in the chat. He knows his boxing since Lennox Lewis. That's like I think 1999. So it's been a while. It's been a long time since we have a undisputed heavyweight champion. It's been a long time, over 24 years. Yeah, I think over 24 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
You know, the Klitschko, if y'all know, I mean, there's a little short rundown reason why that the Klitschko brothers had both, they had the belts, whatever. You know how that go. They ain't gonna fight each other. So in the belts, hey, you know, in the politics of boxing, unfortunately. So hey, this is gonna be one of those ones.
Okay,
This
okay. How hype are you for this though? Like on a scale from 1 to 10, like
I'm
what-
excited. I've been wanting this fight for a while. I'm excited. These are two of the best heavyweight boxers in the world right now.
okay. And
I
just
mean,
got the notification that that fight is starting. Um, and so who do you? Let me ask you before I go before I come over to you, Sturdy. True. Who do you have winning? Call it.
um, sure, I got Usyk. I got Usyk. And one of the reasons why I think Usyk got a little bit more skilled. And I think Tyson Fury. Listen, I don't think he's hungry. I think the fame, all the fame he was gotten off the Deontay Wilder wins and things of that nature, he just got. I don't think he put in that same work ethic. You know what I mean? I mean, and judging off the last performance of Tyson Fury, bro, you get into debatable fights with Francis Ngannou, bro. Like, seriously, you get into debatables with a whole MMA fighter that never had a professional fight ever. Like, that's disgraceful. So I'm just going off their last performance, and I'm just going, hey, I'm going. I think Usyk is hungrier, and he's gonna get the job done.
Okay. Hey, Sturdy, what's going on, bro?
Yeah. What's
Give
going
me
on?
hype for it. Give me hype for this fight, man. What's the magnitude of this fight for you? And
Nah, true. No, you just said it. Like this is the first undisputed bout for the heavyweight battle in like in nearly 3 decades.
okay,
I do think this will be the best European heavyweight bout ever in the history of the game. No other guys is arguably more accomplished than these two guys for their specific continent. You got Tyson Fury, who's 34, who's essentially 34 and 0. Hasn't However you feel about the first Wilder fight, that's not the point. He hasn't lost a fight. He has lost a fight officially, despite the Ngannou fight that True just referenced. But I think Fury is going to win because being 6'9", having that 85-inch reach span, we all know what Tyson going to do. Going to keep him at the end of his jab. He's going to jab at the body. He's going to wait on him to clinch. But most importantly, I think the biggest edge that Fury is going to implement to help him get the victory today. I think he's gonna dictate the direction of Usyk. I think he's gonna turn him. I think I think I think Fury's not gonna send his punches as much as he did, especially what you saw in Ngannou. Let's be honest. I'm not taking no recollection of that Ngannou fight primarily because we all know Fury did not take him seriously. Matter of fact, he literally said it during the press run that I didn't train my hardest for this fight, but I trained enough to beat this bum. Clearly it was a competitive fight, but he's clearly going to take Usyk more seriously, and he has said he took him more seriously, and he has said this is one of the best training camps he had in a while. So, being that, I think we're going to see a more sharper Fury, a more better Fury, a more defensively aware Fury. Most importantly, I just think due to this height and due to the basic Fury tactics that we always know, dictating the pace, he's going to weigh on Usyk. I think, I think obviously I got Tyson Fury by decision. I think this minimum. I think he wins at least I think he wins this fight comfortably. To be honest with you, I think Usyk's gonna give us a problem in the early rounds. Maybe, but after I say round 5 and 6, that's when Fury. I think Fury's gonna take over the fight at that point.
Okay. Let me ask because I was under the thinking that Tyson Fury was retiring. Him and Deontay Wilder have had some, some bouts back and forth, and well, not back and forth. He's won them all. Um, Someone in the chat said if Tyson Fury comes in focused, um, what do y'all think will hinder each fighter? Right, like so. True, since you have usage winning, what do you think will hinder him from winning this fight?
Usyk for what hinder Usyk for winning?
Yeah, what do you think could possibly get in his way from winning the fight?
Like I
Any
said,
flaws in his game?
the reach advantage. I mean, I know but them body shots from Usyk. That's one of the things that is probably is gonna be a question, right? And then, like I said, the reach advantage by Tyson Fury because he's in the size. He's a bigger fighter. But that's really it, honestly, Shooter. Like everything else, I mean, that's the only thing you can worry about. But everything else, I think Usyk is just. I think he's gonna be more prepared. You know what I mean? He's gonna take this. I mean, take it more. He's going after it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He got enough. I mean, hey, so that's how I'm looking at it.
But also, rebranding
Hmm.
to True's point, Fury another added bonus to the magnitude of this fight. The reason why both guys would be focused and wanting for this to win the fight because also they going to fight Anthony Joshua next. And whoever wins this fight, and if they beat Anthony Joshua, they can claim the right to be the best heavyweight of this era. So that's also part of the magnitude of this fight. So I think that's why I think Fury I think Fury's gonna be focused. I think he wants that fight with Joshua too. Because he
Yeah,
knows this fight and a potential fight with Joshua is legacy defined.
but Usyk already beat Joshua twice, so Usyk is like, I
But
get Tyson Fury
Fury
out the
hasn't.
way.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Think
I
about it.
understand.
If you're Tyson
Yeah,
Fury, what other way to solidify I'm the best heavyweight of this era if I beat Wilder, Usyk, and Joshua? Ain't no
I,
discussion.
yeah, but at the same time, you know what I mean. Fury's on his, you know what I mean, on his high. No pun intended. You know what I mean. The money, the fame, all
Oh,
the
that's
attention
low.
he been getting. You know what I mean?
Dude,
If
that's
you
low,
know, you
low.
know. I'm just saying, like, but that's the real thing. The fact that he didn't take that Francis Ngannou fight seriously enough. Like, I mean, that's that. If you're supposed to be a heavyweight champion at the end of the day, and that was disgraceful. So why should
No,
I? And then it's
it was
like,
because
why are we?
go ahead.
And he's not, and he's known for this. It's not. That's not the first. He's known for that. You know what I mean? He's known for being a guy that doesn't give it his all. It is what
But
it is. That's how his career.
he's also known to give his all to guys he has great proud respect for, like against Klitschko, like against Wilder the last two fights, like he's shown respect. He know how great Usyk is. These guys are arguably two of the best heavyweights of their era. So Tyson is not going to have nowhere near the same. He's going to respect them way more than Ngannou. That's why I'm disregarding the Ngannou thing.
Hey man, I mean, hey, you could try to listen, man. I mean, we'll see, man. Like you said, the fight's going on right now,
Hmm.
so we will see, man.
Man,
Hey,
hey, listen. So make sure y'all, y'all do catch the fight. Salute to those guys, man. And speaking of fights, y'all, right now we got a fight on our hands, y'all. We got a rumble. I'm not talking Drake. I'm not talking about Kendrick. Um, I'm talking about James Jones and Austin Rivers. Is a bloodbath right now, fellas. Um, it just to get into it a little bit. There's a discussion about what NFL players could translate to the NBA and what NBA players could translate to the NFL. Like which sport is easier to translate to? And we got a beef between James Jones and Austin Rivers right now. Austin Rivers said on Twitter, "Been just sitting back listening to the chatter, but I can't help myself sometimes." LOL. James Jones, the Packer guy. I've never heard of you. But listen here, you little meathead. Fall back, LOL. Talking about you barely made it in the NBA. Bro, I was a lottery pick who has played 11 years. You played 8 to 9 seasons in the NFL. Make it make sense. By your own logic, you barely made it. You sound salty. Beat it. I wouldn't let nobody talk to me like that. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I wouldn't let nobody talk to me like that. I don't know about y'all. True, I'm not letting
Catching
no
you muted.
man.
Whistle.
I'm not letting you talk to me like that. But hold on now, there's more. James Jones came back and responded in the spirit of the Kendrick Lamar beef right now. He said, "Listen, man, you played 11 seasons for how many teams?" Shout out to Zeno. You played 11 seasons for how many teams? You averaged 9 points. Chill out, little bro. And if it weren't for your daddy, you probably wouldn't have played that long. So I'm gonna
Saying
come to you.
that, you know, it's
It is. It's
Damn, what?
crazy.
This
This
is
is
a
this is
disrespectful year,
this
man.
this is disre- this is disrespectful. Chat. I need y'all participation. Whose
free to
side
go.
y'all on in this? But I'm gonna come to you. Sturdy. I'm gonna come to you. Whose side are you on in this beef? And second part of that question, who do you feel like could translate from either league to the
Oh
other?
shit.
Well, based on James Jones' bars, like, well, just from that standpoint alone, you gotta side with him. You know what I mean? Like,
Got
I hate the
destroyed.
way you privilege. I hate your stats. I hate the
Mm-hmm.
way you talk. Like, he did the whole thing. So it's like my. So from that standpoint alone, I'm gonna have to give James Jones the edge in that back and forth. But in regards to the topic of conversation of like NBA players, well, let's start with the first question. Which sport is either the quote unquote translate?
Hmm.
I think there's advantage and disadvantage on both sides. From football standpoint, there's more positions available to play. There's more roster spots available. So in comparison to NFL to the NBA, there's that standpoint. Another thing for basketball too. Let's be honest. It's a game built for the tall. It favors the tall. So like we rarely see average male individuals play in the NBA, but we see plenty of average height males play in the NFL. So it depends how you view it. But if they talk about from a standpoint of like, if I had a guy who had the physical dimensions to go either way, and which one we train harder to get into,
Hmm.
I'd still say the
I'm
NBA.
I'm gonna. Hmm? What do you say?
I still, yeah, go ahead, my bad.
No, I was go. To me, it's the NFL, and it's primarily because of this. It's like a lot of people don't understand. One, there's no guaranteed contracts in the NFL beyond a certain round, beyond a certain draft pick. Number one. Number two, you have to pay at least 3 years in college. Number three, in order to sustain that hierarchy, you have to be good to elite for a longer sustained of time to get a chance to get a guaranteed contract in the NFL. That's not the case for the NBA. In the NBA, we see you know how many bust guys we've seen who got drafted just number one overall who were straight busts. Believe it or not, if you're a fan of both sports, you actually are more aware. There's been more busts in the top picks in the NBA than opposed to the NFL because of things I just mentioned. For you to get drafted that high in the NFL, you got to be one of those dudes. And the NBA is not it is not so much. There's a greater chance of you getting drafted at that point as that. So if I from that standpoint, I'm leaning towards the NFL. But in general,
Hmm.
if for those for what the conversation is going to translate to, no athlete can go back and forth. Like
Wait,
this, no,
so,
yeah.
so sturdy. So for the sake of the question, brother, um, who do you think? What league do you think? If let's say the NBA stars lined up, the NFL stars lined up, they say, "Hey, look, we gonna come play y'all game, right?" Who translates easier, the NFL players or the NBA players?
As it is,
As it is.
like they're not training, they're not
No,
like coming up
no,
with
no,
strength.
no. We keeping it simple. As is.
I'm gonna be honest with you, in my personal opinion, it's a wash. I like I don't think there's a lot. One, there's like barely a handful of NBA players that can play in the trenches. So let's get that out the way.
Okay.
They're either too tall or they're not strong enough. So let's get out the way. Second thing is, so that relegates to the skill position. The taller you are in certain skill positions, it can be somewhat of a disadvantage outside of quarterback. Even as a wide receiver, right? You're still more susceptible to getting hit. It's a way more physical contact game. And that's the same thing for basketball too. I don't think the football players be coordinated enough to be highly productive in that too. So to answer your question, Brandon, I think it's gonna be a wash. I
Watched
think
by who? The NFL players? The NFL
no, I
players?
think I think a wash. I think both gonna be trash. I think that to put it in layman's terms, I think the NBA players gonna be too soft for the football, and I think the NFL players are gonna be as skilled enough to play basketball at that high of a level. If you check the top 30 best athletes from both sides, I don't think it'll translate for both.
Okay.
I disagree.
All right.
I actually think that keep in mind I am a complete Justin in NFL, so fair enough.
You see
But
my
I do want to
government?
say, but I just want to say that you didn't need to reply. You
You
didn't
didn't
need to
need
reply.
to say it.
Hey, all right. So look.
I was referencing your name as
Why
casual,
do
but
you
anyway.
Why do you have headphones on and you're not using them? Why? Why?
That is a crazy look.
Yeah, you really are. All right, cool. Anyways,
That is a crazy look. There we
That
go.
is a good
There we go.
point.
Get
You
into
got
it.
you there.
There we go.
It's 1-1
you're,
now. It's 1-1 now.
that's crazy. But what I was trying to say is, I think one of the biggest issues when it comes to like a study already essentially spoke about it, but I think the issue is you say it's about being soft getting into the NFL. I think you can actually get someone to become way more understanding of like the amount of pressure and pushing people against their will. Shout out to Shannon Sharp, and all of that type of stuff. When you're in that environment, you don't get a year or 2-3 years from going a complete like nobody in NBA, like not knowing to be able to space the floor or doing certain stuff into now being able to space the floor at a very elite level, because some stuff like that takes a lot of repetitions. Now, as I said, you might say, oh, it's the same thing with NFL, and if it's the case, I put my hands up. I'm a complete bot in NFL information, so I'm only just saying it from my perspective as only an NBA watcher. I think the amount of specific individual stuff that you need to know to actually succeed in the NBA makes it really hard for an NFL player to move from one side to the other. Well, I think some of the defensive places that you can be on the NFL, I think some like 6'3", 6'4", like guard or like a wing player that's like 6'6" or 6'7" could possibly play those spots in the NFL. But you could say I'm wrong.
No, so
Man,
I'm gonna keep it simple on this one. I think the NBA players could translate better.
Yeah. Same.
And as a LeBron James guy,
I'm sorry, Brandon. I don't mean to be rude. But like I gotta correct something what Zeno said. Actually, there's more cases of you can't do that in the NFL. You cannot play the sport less than 3 years and be a good enough prodigy to just simply get in the NFL. That never happened.
Never.
In the NBA, it did happen. Matter of fact, I'll give you a perfect example. Amari Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire did not start playing Joel Embiid. But Amari Stoudemire specifically. Amari Stoudemire did not start playing basketball until he was 16, 17 years old, dog. He's from the same town I was born in Orlando.
He came out of high school, too. He came out of high school.
So he got drafted as a lottery pick at the age of 20 years old, just entering the game 3 years prior.
That's crazy.
You can't do that in any position.
Well,
in the
NFL. Hold on. Let's take even to that. Let's take into consideration, like even with Joel Embiid, I heard True mention.
Yeah, he got drafted at 20. Yeah.
Yeah, but look at the height on him. You know,
Listen, but still though, it's a lot of people that's tall that's not in the NBA. So
yeah,
like, not a lot of people per se, but like
I think, but
still big man.
Sorry, my fault.
No, it's because you're tall. You have an opportunity to play when you're not that good.
But like
that's the point.
Like Joel Embiid, like bro, he was like picture being 15 years old. Like, bro, Joel Embiid not even 30 right now.
You can't teach height.
You're not even 30.
My
Okay,
my
but
question
you
my question to you
Wait,
my
but
question to you would be
aren't their skill sets
did you
unique
name
for their
did you
era?
what's the like the tallest player in the NFL? Firstly, I just want to like what do you think is like the
it's gotta be
tallest
like
player?
a lineman. It's gotta be
It,
a
If
it's
I
got
if
to
I
be
had
lineman.
to
a
say on top of
lineman.
my head, if I have some,
Second
no, it's not
round.
gonna be a
Probably
line.
like
Line.
It'll probably be a
6'9",
tight.
something
I
like
might
that.
be a tight end. So like maybe
Time out. We gotta
probably
double
on top
check.
of my head like probably 6'9",
Hold on.
maybe
So
6'9".
while True was getting that together, I was just saying, I think that the NFL, it would be easier for a NBA player to translate to the NFL. Mind you, now you only have to play
Hold
one
on,
side of the ball.
6'10". Hold on. It's the tallest player in the NFL is on the. There's a lot of offensive linemen are tall.
Yeah,
You
like
got tight
6'9",
ends are tall
6'8".
too. Like Dan Skipper is 6'10". He currently played for Detroit Lions.
Okay.
I remember. I thought he's 6'10". So you can. But that being
Um,
said, too,
I
though,
just
bro.
I just read in the chat Tony Gonzalez played college basketball and was one of the best tight ends ever.
Yeah, like
But yeah.
Antonio
Oh,
So
Gates.
you have players I'm guessing
yeah,
that played.
but also Charlie Ward. You know, I
What
don't know
about
who
that?
Charlie
What
Ward.
about that one? Is it Kurt Warner? That was like a bag.
No,
Guess. Did he
well,
play
he
before that?
No. You
he
No,
can
he
played
no.
played
arena.
You
ball,
can
but
play.
he
You can
played
play multiple
football.
sports,
Still played.
but but for football, they had to stay in it longer to get good at it
Yeah,
for a higher level.
but
Yeah,
Charlie Ward was mainly a football. He played basketball in college, but he was mainly a football. He wasn't even that. He wasn't even that like he was a role player like as a basketball player, but he was one of the greatest college football players of all time. Of course, he was a QB. He was at that time,
hmm
unfortunately, how they treated black quarterbacks. He didn't get drafted in the first round, whatever. So he decided to transition to the NBA. Of course, could make more money, of course, and he was a first round pick. He was like a role player. So it's like the fact of the matter is like it. I mean, listen, I ain't go listen. It's harder to play in the NFL. Like if you then like the question is you put the 30 players, is there easy like if you just hypothetically speaking, and why we keep bringing up skill when it comes to NBA and like bro, you don't have to be that much like don't
don't
get
say
to it.
that.
You don't have to be that much skill to play in the NBA, bro. When it comes to like certain things you have to
Oh,
do.
mine.
Okay,
Yeah.
Do you?
what I mean by that, is
Hold
like
on.
when y'all talk
I
about
want casual
skill,
to get in there.
when they talk about skill, you don't necessarily be a good offensive player.
Okay.
You don't have to be have a great hand. You don't have to have a good handle. If you're good at one thing,
You don't have to have
you
a
can
good
be the
handle.
best. If you
You don't.
don't,
No, if
Shannon,
you're a
you
big, if you're gonna
don't.
be
You
a
know,
big or
You
something,
don't gotta be
yeah.
a
like
good
DeAndre.
rebounder.
He
Yeah,
said
hold on.
big. He said big.
Rebranding. Outside
You
offensively,
don't.
outside of dunking, what does DeAndre
If
Jordan
you
do
I
well
didn't. I didn't hear.
offensively?
I didn't know.
if
I
you
didn't
the
hear him
best
say
Rebounding,
big.
rebounder, okay, for
I didn't hear him
example,
say big.
Andre Drummond,
I
for example,
actually have a
rebounding.
question for you. I just realized
Andre,
one
Hold on. Hold
thing.
on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
You,
on.
go ahead.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Before, because I want casual to get in there.
Oh no,
Casual.
Ask the question. Ask this question.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so my question is, yeah, you believe that the what's called the league has gotten better, progressively gets better. Like you have to become more skilled, offensively and defensively to really have a
NFL is
job.
too.
Huh?
Actually, NFL is too. It's some
Okay,
freak
cool. Yeah.
let's be real when it comes to NBA too. Like a lot of these dudes are like a lot of these dudes don't. Of course, you need skill sets in both at sports. Let's make that. But like we legit seen people in the NBA that not necessarily known for having skill, but have just enough of it and dominate. Like Shaquille O'Neal, he
Shaquille
has
O'Neal didn't.
he
No,
had
that's not a
skill,
good
but
sandwich. That's not a good
he
sandwich.
has. What are you talking about? I didn't say. What are you talking about? He didn't dominate. He didn't dominate off of skill. He used skill. He used skill. Of course, everybody has skill to a certain degree. But like when you come to the NFL, the best players in the NFL are skilled. I don't. It doesn't. There's nothing to even. You need to be skilled to play in the NFL. Like you can't just be. If you want to be the best of the best per se,
I have a
skill is a big like and it's harder to do like it is harder to play NFL than basketball. It is what it is, bro.
okay.
Like you can there's a reason why you can see all these pickup games. It's not like it is what it is. It's harder to play. So it's like
Do
when
you
people say more skilled, it doesn't even make any sense because
No, he didn't
NFL
finish his
is
question. True.
harder to
True.
play.
To be fair, he didn't finish his question.
No. I don't want to come off because it's actually a following up question because I was gonna say, do you think Gronk is like Shaq, where they both kind of dominated with physicality more than their skill, specific skill?
He's more skilled. 'Cause like I said, Rob Gronkowski does more. Like I said before, blocking,
I'm not talking about the
understanding.
blocking aspect. I'm talking about
No,
this wide
no.
receivers specifically.
But here's the thing about but if you're going to talk about Rob Gronkowski though, like you said before, he did more than that. He was one of the best blocking tight ends of all time. He's blocking guys on the defensive line at times. He's running routes. You know what I mean? He has to catch the ball also. So it's like playing sometimes being used on special teams, like understanding plays, like that's harder to do. You know what I mean? Moving the man at your own will. And also the next play you gotta run a route and catch a touchdown pass for a first down. You know what I mean? That's not like basketball player. A lot of them dudes not doing that, bro. Like it is what it is. Like a lot of like, you know what I mean? A QB reading defenses. You know what I mean? How you like, you know what I mean? Somebody running straight at you and you gotta make that play, throwing the ball, whatever case may be, or seeing different zone coverages, whatever case may be, on the NFL standpoint as a QB. Like or the middle linebacker, same play. You gotta see offense, somebody in motion, whatever, and hey, you gotta communicate. Like it's like, come on, like we see this stuff happen all the time where we talking about even at the highest level of NBA, it's like, oh, why they ain't communicating, or why they ain't doing this, or why they ain't doing that. You can't get away with that in NFL. If you can't, you have to be on a certain accord and play like or you're not gonna play. It is simple as that.
Okay. Casual. What do you think, bro? Whose side are you on?
Um,
Who got ethered in that exchange between James Jones and Austin Rivers? And whose side are you on? And who do you think translates easier? Go ahead.
I mean, being basketball first, NBA first. I mean, I feel like James Jones sort of ethered himself, um, because just looking at stats, which especially us in the basketball community, really over the
Stat
past few
mention.
years has been pushing that. Say it again.
Nothing.
What'd you say? What'd you say, fuck
Nothing.
name? Yeah, okay. All right. All right, get that monster out the way. You got too much energy. All right. Anyway,
You would know.
uh,
No, go ahead.
anyway, thought I ain't see you using that monster for a mic, but okay. Anyway, so no, I think he sort of ethered himself because I think, especially looking at Austin Rivers' career, which like I saw him get drafted, and I've seen what he became before he ultimately became like a full-time analyst for ESPN. He started to regress more on the defensive end. He started making a knack for himself as a rotational piece in the league. And he had a solid career. I think he had years where his shooting splits were like very impressive. I think it would be very casual like to accuse Austin Rivers of having a mid or piss poor career. Yeah, I think he had a very successful career.
Was that on
Considering
purpose?
how many players.
No, that was a bar.
Did
I
you say
wasn't
that on
calling him out
purpose?
though. I
I
was
was
Yeah, I
saying,
saying
did
said
you
that.
say
that.
that on
Yes,
purpose?
yeah, I said that on purpose.
All right, man.
What? What?
But
We're gonna
I
take your
missed
word
it.
yeah,
for it for now.
yeah,
We'll take your word
and
for it for
and
now.
and and to
Yeah,
be fair, I think Vice
I missed
to
it.
be and to also be fair, I don't think James Jones had a piss poor or mid career. I think both of them had successful careers, and I like the response that Austin Rivers gave. Not necessarily dissing his career, but saying, "Well, if my career was mid, what was yours?" Because we sort of had based upon the average NBA or NFL player, we sort of had successful careers in our own right. So if you're gonna call mine mid or piss poor, like what was yours? I appreciate that response rather than trying to diss his career just to what I'm saying just to give a rebuttal. That being said, though, I feel like NBA players can be able to go to the NFL. I think I'm listening to Sturdy. Sturdy knows more about football than me, so I'm not gonna sit there and go back and forth with him. All I'm looking at is just on face value. I think Anthony Edwards could fit in the NFL as a tight end.
I think LeBron James could. Well, in
I
his
Whoa.
in
think
his
I, I
heyday.
think
His
I
heyday.
think I think Zion Williamson could fit in the NFL as a defensive end. I think Kenneth Lofton, I think he could have had a career in the NFL.
What about Aaron Gordon?
Y'all
I
do
think Aaron Gordon.
realize
I think
Nah,
Aaron
but
Gordon could. I think
y'all
Aaron
do
Gordon could be a
realize the
good fit.
NFL players also more athletic too than NBA players. Like it's
Absolutely,
some
absolutely.
great like
I'm just, but we're factoring in other things. I'm just saying if that person wanted to go that route,
Mhm.
I think that these players with their builds, their abilities, that they've shown so far just on the basketball court,
do
I
they had
think
the mentality to play football though?
if they actually focused on I want to
Because
play
I don't think they
NFL,
have the. It's
I
not
think
even about being soft per se, but I don't think they have the mentality to play in NFL. NFL is a dangerous game, bro. Like it's
I
not. It's
agree.
like
Agree. I
basketball is
mean, we just
basketball is a contact
I could have sworn
sport.
the question was just I felt like the question that was asked was which athletes could translate. I think that they could translate how long they can play in the NFL, how high of a level would they be a starting, tight end, defensive end, offensive tackle. Like I don't know, you know what I'm saying, because I don't know the ins and out of the football of NFL,
Like,
right? But all I'm saying is those type of players with their builds, their athleticism as it stands, if they decided I wanted to play NFL, I think that they can. I feel like when it comes to basketball, one, I don't think that the opportunity for NFL players would really arise unless they truly honed in on their craft. Somebody mentioned Joel Embiid, Amari Stoudemire being able to come into the league, and they didn't start going interested into basketball until high school. Well, one, those are anomalies, and then two, those players had unique skills that those were very unique skills for that time that garnered that respect. It's for the same reason why you looked at a player like Tracy McGrady, who was a raw talent, or you looked at a player like Kevin Garnett, who was a raw talent, but you saw the skill set and you realized there's huge upside in picking them in the NBA draft. I feel like if you look at an NFL player, unless that player chose true unique skill set, you're not going to be able to get that many opportunities. Mainly, just they only have 2 rounds alone. It's only 60 picks. That reason alone is a reason why it would be harder for them to be able to get into the NBA. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. No,
no, I
that's.
think just
Oh, go
thinking in
ahead.
response to casual, I think is I like I said, I think it's I agree on both sides from this standpoint, right? I do agree. And I said earlier in my monologue, I said if both sides were to come up and focus on that skill of sport, I think they would do it because these are incredible athletes.
Mhm.
But in general, because a lot of people don't know, even though you get drafted in the NFL, don't mean you stay on the roster. Like even though there's 7 rounds
you
and we
could.
Brandon know this, even though there's 7 rounds in the NFL draft, you get cut. Like it's I think on average,
Mhm.
like I know the first 2 rounds they guarantee either contracts or spots on the team. After that, it's up for pickings. Either
Yeah, I
you
mean
redshirt or
Brock.
you up the team.
I mean Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, right? Like he's already probably a number one Mr. Irrelevant of all time, right? But other outside of that, it just speaks to, hey, listen, those first few rounds, it's probably the only guarantee. Outside of that, it's
And
not
so
so
many
much.
different positions to play. Being a kicker ain't like it's a lot of different things in NFL where it's like a mentality thing where it's like
Okay.
is I mean it's easy to say it may look easy whatever out, but then when you on
I
that
promise
field,
you, I'm not saying that it's easy, True. I swear. And by the
being a
way,
big
to
that
do
I
to do
mean
Blaylock
be
to
shout
do
out Duke
Blaylock's
Baylocks.
to do
Shout out to
Baylocks,
Duke,
he
man.
says anomaly means once. No, sir, anomaly does not mean once. Anomaly means something different, something that
Uh,
deviates from the common rule that's set in place.
Okay.
That's what anomaly means. It does
and,
not mean
and
only
also, man,
once.
listen, if y'all play D back, picture playing D back, you got to guard Tyreek Hill, you got to backpedal, you got to backpedal, and you got to play D. Like that's not
I
listen.
mean, but imagine having to
It
guard Kyrie Irving coming up the court.
hey,
Yeah, I feel like what you're doing is going to the extremes when it comes to stuff like that.
that's not
You should
extreme, but
always
that's not extreme. That's not
My
It
extreme
God.
though.
it
Hey,
is
hey,
an
shout
Hold
out to
extreme
on,
Duke,
because
man.
but that's
because you're
football. I'm just telling you
because
football.
you're arguing
Hold on, hold
about
on, hold on, hold on, hold
some
on,
of the
hold on, hold
best.
on. Real quick. Zeno, I want you to get into that. Zeno, after you respond, I mean, after you, True, I want you to respond. And chat, I need y'all. I
Okay,
need y'all help.
so
I need y'all to tell me who wins this back and forth. But go ahead, though.
my issue with what you're saying is with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is probably one of the best is it wide receivers in the league. When we
Yeah.
usually talk about translating from A to B, we don't talk about the outlierish good players. We usually talk about someone who's like in the like who's supposed to be like a normal or maybe good in his position, but not someone who's just outright better than everybody. Because no matter what, Tyreek Hill is going to cook your defense. That's like someone trying to guard I don't know, like LeBron right now, like, and they're coming from the NFL to here, and now you have to guard LeBron's downhill pressure. Like,
Oh, I'm a
and like, I'm
edge.
not going to believe someone is going to do that to you. I don't believe anyone's going to do that, whether it's an NFL player to the NBA or an NBA player trying to defend Tyreek Hill. That's why I say you should always go for the median or someone maybe a little bit better than that, so you can understand. Okay, if you can't defend this good wide receiver, yeah, you can't defend Tyreek Hill. Definitely can't.
Yeah, but
That's why I
I
was
mean, but all I'm saying is like in live principles and the reason why I brought up D-backs, that's okay, Tyreek, whatever. Being a D-back, if you want to, sometimes you're on the island by yourself. You have to communicate. You have to know what other things you have to do. Things of that nature. And shout out, we got Gilbert Arenas in the building. Got No Chill Gil.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Listen, it ain't about muscle. Listen, you can have all the muscles in the world, and listen, NFL, you still got to take skill too. Like, you know what I mean? Different techniques, running the route tree. That's a skill set. Learning how to blocking techniques and things of that nature. So it's like, y'all make it seem like it's just brute force and all that. Nah, it's also chess out there too. And listen, why are we saying and why are we saying and why are we saying that we hyping up the NBA up when Master P we saw Master P, a whole rapper, get
come on,
let's not do that. Let's not play these games.
Nah,
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. No, he played in real NBA minutes. He played real NBA. He played real NBA minutes.
He was close to making I believe the more accurate score. He was close to making a roster than opposed to. I don't think he played any minutes.
You get way, but either way though,
hey,
y'all.
y'all
You get my point. You get my point. I dropped the link. Drop the link. You get the point. You get the point though, right? You get the point. Like we Master P was playing against, like, we had a whole rapper make him say
Yeah, but hold on.
That's a song. That's a song.
Oh, okay. I was scared though.
That's a song.
We'll
No
get
Limit Soldier, man.
We'll get into gigs later.
Uli said that.
But this is hold on. This is my thing though. So does this speak to how poor the '90s were in the because he played in the early 2000s, wasn't it? Percy. He played, I believe so.
Percy Miller, man. Come on, man. Percy Miller was on a team with Charles Barkley and them. Like, come on, stop it, man.
Hold on.
He was come on, man.
So let me ask this, right? Give it a year of training for both sides. Who translates better into the different leagues? NBA players.
No, if you just give it 1 year, if you just give it just 1 year based on those circumstances, it's going to be NBA players. But like I said before, I think it's a wash because I really don't think people understand. Even with the rule changes of today, it like the physicality is real, dog. Like, I personally train multiple athletes of multiple levels, and they said the main reason why they don't like full contact sport because of the contact. Mm-hmm. You hear that clack? Some people, like my coach said it like this perfectly. You hear when you hear that clack, you either have a smile or you run away. It's that simple. You gotta like the contact to play football.
Okay, I mean, listen.
But to answer your question from a skill standpoint, obviously, because the responsibility isn't as much in the NFL, so there are positions where I can put certain guys at, but. And that's the thing. Like, I just think it's similar to what Casual said. Like, if you take the best athletes and say from young, you're training this sport gonna make it. I think both sides gonna make it. Yeah,
you can't play. They can't be on that line. You can't be on that line.
Real. Listen. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think, right, because didn't Allen Iverson play football?
Not no NFL.
High school.
Right, but
not no college.
You're right. But listen, I think LeBron
Charlie
James,
Ward did. Charlie Ward did.
I think
y'all saw how Brandon backed away from that shit.
Yeah, no. I gotta put hold on. I gotta put Bubba Chuck on the map, man. I'm gonna put Bubba Chuck on the map. But I just think LeBron James could possibly be one of the greatest tight ends ever.
Hold on, I put the link in the
maybe 1000%.
Yeah,
Put
one
the
of the
link in
greatest
there.
tight ends ever. Yeah,
Lamont
just dropped the link, I believe.
I'll put the link in. I'll put the link in.
Yeah, it's right there.
Because I think Gil got something to say, man. I think y'all are talking.
Is it harder? It's harder to get to. It's harder to get to on the vertical thing.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It may be. But if you see the comments, if you see
Gil up there, man.
If you ever see the comments, all you gotta do is click it.
Yeah.
It should be there.
But
and the only way I'm dropping a link for Gil is if Gil goes and follow me, man. Follow me, please.
Let's see what Gil maybe. Listen, man. Listen, man.
He might be, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like Gil finna come in and he finna be on some wood.
Yeah,
no, he's cool. But he's an
crazy.
NBA player. He's an NBA player. Gonna have NBA perspectives. That is dope. You know what I mean? But listen, man. I'm gonna ask him, can he play in? I'm gonna ask him, could he play to translate NFL? How about that, Gil? Could you, if you put your, I know you worked hard to get to the NBA. Could you put that same work ethic and play the NFL if you could?
Man, listen. I say this, man. Get them NBA players a year of training, 2 years, whatever you want to give them. Give them a year or two of training with professionals.
No, one can't play on the line though.
You
can't play on the line though.
You can't teach height.
I just want to say, I do not subscribe to what Brandon says. My opinion is different. I do not believe what he says about this.
Listen,
do not put me with Brandon. I just want to make sure.
I might be nasty.
I might be nasty. He's being a fraud right now. I don't really
be nasty. I might be
nasty. And Brandon, just to clarify too, like height isn't always the best thing in the NFL.
Yeah,
like height does help in any sport, but there's a cap. Yeah, there's a cap for there's definitely a cap for the NFL. Like if you're too tall, that's lowest man wins. You know that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like for certain positions, like maybe cornerback or wide receiver, height definitely.
Especially corner. There's a cap on height of corner. If you too big for corner, you can't cut inside, you can't cover inside routes, you get juked quickly. But no, Brandon, do your thing though.
No, for sure. But for sure, make sure y'all subscribe. Click the like, subscribe. We got Gil, no chill Gil, Gil's Arena in the building, y'all.
That time to John.
And Gil, you heard my request. Gil.
What was it?
I said follow my YouTube so I can get some type of clout off of you. I don't know. Something like that.
Hey,
I need some clout too, man.
Hey, but salute to you.
I got you.
Salute to you, Gil. Hey, let's get into it.
Do you got smoke?
Listen, matter of fact, let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. Because
you guys are nasty work right now.
Gil was representing the NBA right now. Listen, rightfully listen. Hey, how do you feel about this topic, Gil?
Okay. If all you can say is we physically can't handle it, then that is a pointless argument. Because at 6'4", 220, right? I can play receiver just naturally, just right now, right? Now, if you say you need to get me stronger, now I'm 6'4", 235. Which NFL receiver am I at this point?
You may put you at tight end. That's kind of 230. Tell you 230. Maybe at tight end though. 230.
I run a 6'3". I mean, I run a 10.3, 10.300 when I was in 9th grade. Where does that put me though? Can I be a receiver? Can I be a safety? Can I be a
could
DB?
be a safety? Yeah, could be.
And now I'm considered the smallest out of guards. Most guards now are about 6'6", 200 something.
You mean shooting guards?
Point guards. Shea is 6'7", sir. Only Steph Curry and Brunson are small guards. But John Moran about 6'3" with a 44-inch vertical. I mean,
I was thinking 6'3", not 6'6", to be honest.
We're not even using those guys. We're talking about the elite guards, the Zach LaVines. We're talking about the guys. So when you're talking about just our natural body, You can pump weights into us. We're going to have the speed, the athleticism. All of us can jump off 1 foot, which football players jump off 2. So the skill is there. You can teach us to run routes. Our eye-hand coordination is better than football because we got to dribble since we're 10 years old, right? So dribbling, pass it. So we're mentally more like a quarterback, but you're putting it as a receiver. So if you think about all the great receivers, they were basketball players too. The Randy Mosses and the Terrell Owens. So they have the basketball skill set put into their football, so you can see the difference on how it looks. So if you're just saying strength is what, you guys don't like to get hit, this, that's what we adapted to. But if you're saying give us a year, bulk us up, we learn how to run routes, what stops us from being dominant? Yeah.
Well, what stops?
Yeah.
No, what stops you is, like, I don't think it would take less than a year. Yes, from a skill standpoint, I can get you familiar with it, but it is a huge mentality thing. Like, I trained and played against multiple guys who played multiple sports. When the number one deterrence from football is that potential impact. There's moments, even in today's NFL, where you have to come up that middle, and there's going to be situations where you're defenseless. Are you prepared mentally to still complete that catch, knowing you're going to get hit? Same thing for potential running backs. Same thing for tight ends. So I think the mentality aspect of it, that's a huge part of it, Gil. And I understand.
You can't use that because we can say, y'all, you don't have mentality to hit game winners. You can't use mentality. That's.
I think you got
what I mean by mentality, I mean mental conditioning. That is an anticipation thing. That you know this, Gil. Like, the mental conditioning, it just go hand in hand with the physical conditioning.
Okay, what's the mental? What makes them mentally strong besides saying physical stuff?
No, that's a huge psychological aspect of the game, Gil.
That's what I'm saying. That's all, but that's all you can use. You can use physical. That's it. That's it.
Hold
on. Because
let me finish.
Because our sport referees have changed the game. But we all played tackle football growing up without helmets. We all played, we played pickle, throw the ball up, let's run 16 on 1. We've all done it. Right? So if you want to just use, you guys are going to be scared to get thrown in the middle and get it. Okay, put me in the red zone and say, all right, give me your best D, throw it up. You think they're going to out-jump someone? I mean, what are we talking about?
Hold on.
Yeah, dude.
Hold on real quick.
Go ahead.
Herm, no. I want Herm to be able to tap in because
Herm get in
joined as well.
Yeah.
What's going on, OG?
Salute to Hollywood Herm,
man. Salute to you, Gil, man. Appreciate you stopping by, man. But Gil, I think where he could get you at, I think my brother Sturdy could get you at those for us reading playbooks, reading certain movements of the D lines, the linebackers, the defensive backs. You got to pay attention to all those little details as well. Physically, for an athletic standpoint, yes, you got basketball players can fit right in, but I don't think they'll be able to understand playbooks, understand the coverages, understand what for as a situation of football in which football players have to adjust to situations in basketball. I think that's what was separated, and I think that's what will lead to you may need a year into learning how to understand playbooks, understand the cover threes, the twos, and etc. So I think from that standpoint, it would be like a basketball player would need a year for football.
Okay, give us a year. What I'm saying is the things that you're saying, right, we can adapt to. You don't think we need to know playbooks, right? I got to know what your favorite move is, what your secondary move is, what this guy's doing. So I have to track in real time, right? Just like a football. We're not saying switching is easy. We're saying if you gave me 365 days, you take 30 NBA players, put them in the NFL, 365 days before their first game. Same, vice versa. You can use the NBA players in situations in the NFL. Where do you use those NBA? We cannot teach them how to be dribblers overnight, not even a year. We can't teach you how to shoot over a year. We can't teach you how to be skillful. You can give us muscles. I can't give you skills. Skills has started when you were 10 years old. Oh, me saying, all right, you're fast. Let me give you Ocho Cinco's footwork. I can't do that overnight. He's been doing that since he was little, right? So we're just saying 365 days, you take 30 and 30, you're going to see more basketball players playing in the NFL than you would see. All we can do is say, hey, go out there and hack somebody. Hey, give me 6 fouls. But for the most part, they will have no skill. Even the ones that play basketball today, like the Garretts and the Patrick Mahomes, and they will still have trouble adapting. Because we've had to learn how to dribble, shoot, and pass since we were 10 years old. Like somebody like Ben Simmons, been in the league how long? He still can't shoot the ball? Like the natural skill is there. So I will have to take players like, I would take
give us some players, Gil. Like who do you
from
think
from NFL, I can take your quarterbacks, right? Because think about, like, quarterbacks have a feel for the ball, eye-hand coordination. They have to move in real time. Think about us as receivers. We all palm the ball for the most part, besides some of the little guards. You throwing the football up, we're all Odell Beckham. We might not be as flexible. Like think about a basketball. Like, this is a basketball. You're throwing, like, that's us, right? So you can give us.
Add the gloves to that. Add the sticky gloves to that.
I mean, would it be easier?
Stop with the sticky. Stop with the sticky.
No, it'll be easy. To me, it'll be easier.
It'll be easier. So we're saying, all right, we can take.
Brady, you're nasty. You're nasty.
Yeah, you are nasty.
You're nasty. Yeah, you're nasty. I saw that.
Probably.
I don't even know football like that, and even I read that play.
But just like Odell Beckham, he likes to dance, so he has individual mobile feet. So we can take him. You can take the receiver Ramsey, right? Mm-hmm. Is that his name? We can take him. Somebody like Cromartie, he can translate.
How about from the NBA's and who do you think, like, because I mentioned LeBron James. I think in his heyday, LeBron James would have been.
Yeah, you can put. I mean, that's what I said. Most of those guys.
He started as a football player, though.
You put him at tight end, right? I mean, that's easy. Yeah. Most of them, you can just, like Anthony Edwards, right? You're talking about Anthony Edwards. You're talking about John Morant, Zach LaVine.
I said Kenneth Lofton. I said Kenneth Lofton.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah. So the fact this is how you know you can find a position for a basketball player. What's the kid who played for North Carolina State? No, NC State.
You talking about the guy that just he got offered to come play in the NFL?
Zach Randolph cousin, something like that. He's like a nephew.
How the fuck can you, a nigga who never played football before, you can give him an offer to play football because you can protect the quarterback because of your body. That lets you know.
DJ Byrne.
How the hell can you've never ever heard an NBA scout say, this football talent, hey, we can draft you. But you say that to basketball players. Oh, we can draft you and we know where to put you. Because we already have the footwork and the speed. And so it's easy for us to translate.
But Gil, so True, before you came up, True was the one, I'm not snitching or nothing. But True was the one that was so vocal about the NFL and how difficult it is. So True. Gil, I wouldn't let nobody talk down on my sport like that. But go ahead, True.
Here's the thing. Now that being said, I would say this: when it comes to the receiving position, maybe in the tight end position, I think basketball that's will be. I think that could be a transition there. But football, we all know is more than. And I can give you maybe D-backs. We all know in football, there's way more positions as being a wide receiver, tight end, or corner, whatever the case may be, right? You got the lineman position. You got the offensive lineman. You got the D lineman. In the special teams, you even got kickers. You got kickers kicking 50-yard field goals. You know what I mean? That's not easy to do. So my question is can NBA players can do that?
What positions?
Like kickers or offensive linemen, center. You know what I mean? Those are that's the.
But that's what I said. You're putting us positions that we just physically not. Our bodies are not like that. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, like, all right, put that motherfucker right there.
I mean, you do got some, and like, you know what I mean.
But think about like the Julius Peppers and those type of guys that were power forward. So like Draymond Green was on the offense, put his happy ass on defense, run around like a little dog, go chase some shit, right? Little aggressive motherfucker, like even somebody like Kenyon Martin, right? Use that aggression here on the defense. But for the most part, like we can play safeties, right? But as I said, you can find a position for an NBA player.
My question is,
most football players got to be guards, and that means you got to have point guard skill.
Hold on. Let so Zeno or Casual, y'all hop in there. What Zeno, I believe you on Gil's side with this one. Casual, y'all hop in there.
I feel like exactly. I feel like they've said just about everything. I want to know, Gil, how long do you stand? Are you finna get into these playoff topics?
Oh no, I just seen this and I was just coming in the house.
Man, can you look? Can you look all this? Can you follow Vanity Sports Debates? I don't care. I'm clout chasing y'all. Okay?
God damn.
I don't care.
Let him up.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
Vanity Sports
I'm
Debates.
also curious to what your opinion would be on like this, like the game 7, the games that's gonna happen today. Your opinions on certain stuff that's happening in the second round. I am genuinely curious.
On what teams? Vanity what?
Sports
Vanity
Debate.
Sports Debates.
And True the King, plug your channel as well, because you always got some good lives.
Absolutely.
Hey, True, why you ducking the smoke from Gil, man? You was mad at Gil when he talked about Jokic.
We can get
Why
into
you
it.
ducking the
Wait,
smoke?
hold on. Did he get nice when Gil popped up?
Hold on.
They start getting quiet, you know. That's crazy.
Couldn't be me though. Couldn't be me though.
What happened? What happened with the Jokic?
True, give True the floor, y'all.
Yeah, go and break it down for him, True, because you had a problem with what he said.
Hold on. I got you, True. I got you. The floor is all yours, brother. The floor is all yours.
Let's get into this, man. I feel you was hating on Jokic, man.
Which part?
I feel you hate on Jokic about the European. I don't like the biases on Jokic, whatever the case may be. I think you had, if I'm not mistaken, you had SGA.
Yeah.
SGA per se, which I'm not mad at, but it's like I think you put a little too much disrespect on Jokic's name, man. Like, listen, he's the best player in the world for a reason.
Okay. Now let me ask you something. And this is why if you listen to players, we all had the same person as the MVP. This is why. Who was the number 1 team last year? Denver, right?
Denver.
No, Denver last year. Denver, right? They had the actual MVP. He should have won, but he didn't. But we had the Finals MVP guy, right? So coming into the season, they were ranked what? 1, right? OKC finished 10th last year. They were ranked coming into the season 15, right? Which means they wasn't playing. They wasn't supposed to make the playoffs. If so, they're going to be 7, 8. They would be the fucking Lakers damn near, battling to get into the play-in game. Yeah. So this is the real question. If you have a head start at the finish line and I beat you, how are you the king? How do you get the crown when you were supposed to win, you were the lead dog, and you didn't come up with first place? What is the metrics of it? I'm supposed to be in 10th. I willed my team. My team is the average age of 22, the second youngest in the NBA, the youngest team basically in history to be one going into the playoffs. And I averaged 30. I didn't average fucking 21. I averaged 30. How do they give you the trophy? What did you do outstanding? You didn't dominate this year. You were hovering around 3rd and 4th the whole year. Your team. This is the first year Jokic won 50 games on an MVP. I'm sorry. I know you guys like to add assists into it and all of the goofy stats, but when it comes to just a regular double-double, does he even? What is the difference between him and Sabonis?
That's nasty, girl.
Oh
No, that
my
is
Lord!
nasty.
Oh
That's
my!
nasty.
Okay.
That's not
All
nasty.
right.
That's what
I'm
I've been
gonna
No, no,
telling
let
you,
finish.
Gil.
so
I love
so
I've been
this. I
telling
let
love
him
that,
this
finish.
song.
Gil.
I love this
I've been
song. I love
telling
this
Let
song.
him
everybody
finish.
that, Gil. I've been
Let
telling
That's
Let
everybody
nasty.
him go
that.
See,
true.
that's
Which,
this is the
Let him
it's like
finish.
this is
Let him finish.
I just wanna know if I'm waiting to see. I just got to make sure he follows me before I get at him because this
I
is
got,
what I'm hearing is some nasty shit. I'm hearing some nasty
No,
shit.
that's
I just
nasty.
want
That's
but
nasty.
No, but Gil, it's more so the real question is, and the real thing is like, what do people, what do you consider valuable? What does MVP mean?
most,
Is it expectations? Is it expectations? Because I recall there was multiple years where LeBron, Jordan, even Kobe, when they won their MVPs, they came in with their teams came in expectations of being the best too.
and did
So
they
what?
fail?
No, for the most part, no.
Okay.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you say from a production standpoint, right? LeBron's stats in 2012, 2013, he had better stats in other seasons than he did when MVP, right? And same thing for Jordan. My thing is the whole debacle about the MVP award in general is the media is not clarifying what does MVP mean.
Yeah.
And
So,
so that's what. Yeah, so that's why some people can say you can give SJ the MVP through the expectations. You give Luka the MVP based off having an historical regular season with different circumstances.
what
And then same thing for Joker. Yeah.
What was historic about Luka?
Don't disrespect Luka, Gil.
Luka. Oh,
stop.
No. Rebranded. You'll see. Hold on, rebranded. You'll see. What made Luka historical is what you was alluding to. There's sometimes where people get they like that round. It's called round, like because it's a round number, 30, 10, and 10. That's why. Like no player.
No. We can't say historic and then round up.
That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. No.
He did do that.
Man. 30. What Luka did this year was a story because of the consistent offensive production that he put up. The dude averaged 33, dog.
Okay.
Shooting crazy.
So
that's one of in the modern.
I mean,
in the modern era. No, that's the point. In the modern era, Gil, there's only been 3 guys to average more seasons. That's a story.
No. The historic proportions to what Luka did this past season is no other player in NBA history has averaged 34 on the efficiency that he averaged on, given the volume.
Man, y'all being stat nerds.
No player in NBA history has ever averaged 33 plus on 49, 38, 78 splits. Like that's crazy.
So if he averaged what? 25, where does the number stop? What is the lowest that someone averaged with those splits for that even be historic?
Maybe Oscar
27, 28, 29. I mean 28, 29, 30. Because this is how I'm trying to figure out, because this is what they do for Europeans. They use these random things.
There we go. There goes the heat. Let's go.
They use these random things to separate them. Oh, if it's a 3-point percentage, or if it's the less turnover or higher turnover. Like, stop using a percentage for historics. A historic is a fucking triple double, not an almost triple double. A real triple double is historic.
Hold on. Let me finish.
A triple-double is historic. An almost triple-double is not historic. So what you do is you find something that he has to make it historic. Oh, he did 50%. Woo! Historic, y'all. Oh, he shot 48 from the three-point line. Woohoo! He shot more than 67% from the free. You're adding shit that has no value, that you never did it for nobody else.
Right?
This is what Here's a stat. This is
You keep trying to tell them. You just said no.
let me show you how they do this stuff so you can get it. All right. The Big O averaged a triple-double, right? 30, 10, and 10.
That was his
right?
rookie season, right?
Right, we get that. Okay, now we have Westbrook. Averages a triple-double, 31, 11, 11. Then they add Luka in it, right? And they say, these are the only three players that average more than 30, more than 9 assists, more than 9 rebounds. You see how they put someone in history when the other two actually made history. They dumbed down the other two stats to fit someone else in it. You can't do that. The stat is a triple-double, not I almost had a block. I almost averaged 8 blocks, but I've only averaged 2.
Yeah, but Gil.
Whose argument is this? Whose argument is this?
No, I
introduced the term historic, and historic, historic, and especially in basketball, Gil, there's no one rudimentary way, and that's what, to your point, the media make it perceived that way when it isn't. Like even though LeBron didn't have round numbers in his 2013 season, that was an historical season for his own unique way. Same thing for Giannis this year. Same thing for what they try to push for Steve Nash and even Steph Curry for his MVPs.
But they they do the same.
No, the media. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The media always done that.
Hold on, with 30.
They did it. Hold on. They did it with Shea. They did it with Shea. To Gil's point, they did it with Shea this year. They literally did the Michael Jordan thing. They said no other guard. Hold on. They said no other guard since Michael Jordan averaged 30 points per game or 50% shooting from the field. They did it for Shea.
Yeah, you see how they say guard? They always do the extra shit. Guard.
Yeah, they do the extra shit. That's what I'm saying.
That's not a real, but that's not a real thing. Here, let me show you what historic is. This is historic.
Go ahead.
Not Luka, but Jokic is the only player in history who has 3 MVPs, whose team was never in first place.
Hold on,
where his team was when the team record, his first team record, they were in 5th.
Yep.
His second MVP, they didn't even win fucking 50 games, and his team record put him in 10th spot. This year, 3rd spot. Everybody else had to play 1, 2. Worst case scenario was LeBron at 4, right? And then Jordan had 7th spot. And that year was 87, 88, where he swept every award, which is historic.
But Gil is the most valuable player, right? So who's been the most valuable to their team?
Well, when Kobe was the most valuable to his team, that trash-ass team, and he averaged what he averaged, they said, nah, we don't do individual stats here.
No, hold on.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Hold on, but Gil.
Who's the most valuable?
Yes.
All right.
Between Shea, who's more valuable to their team? Shea, or is it Jokic, or is it Luka?
Who is most valuable? Okay, so Luka has Kyrie. So Luka has Kyrie if Luka went down.
Hold on, no. Hold on.
Let him finish. Let
them finish, and then we're gonna move to somebody else to be able to address it.
If Luka's out, Kyrie can hold this ship, right? So he's valuable, but they can still survive. If Shea is off, who is taking on that responsibility to lead that team in anything? No one, right? You want to know how this is how valuable Luka is. Jokic is. Anybody watch the Lakers series?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, we all saw it.
Yeah. Y'all saw it, right?
We all tried to see it.
Who killed the Lakers?
Jamal Murray.
Okay. Right?
No, the Joker. Hold on, time out, bro. Not just one person. Hold on, time out. Time out. No, he did not. Hold on. Let's be fair. We're not going to generalize it.
Okay.
The reason why the Nuggets won those 5 games. Hold on, let me finish. The reason why the Nuggets won those 5 games. 1, MPJ was having a flamethrower series. That series. Let's not forget that. Number 2, Joker and Jamal Murray was cooking. And Aaron Gordon was doing this thing on the boards and getting key rebounds in the end. So it wasn't just one thing.
Okay, so let me try this one. Jokic is killing this series, right? Every time they lose, who's having a bad game?
It ain't just him though. Be fair though.
It's not just him either. It's Jamal Murray, MPJ.
Because this is the problem, and it was the same thing with Shaquille O'Neal. When their game is on the line, who has the ball in the hand? Who's making all the plays? Who's doing all the scoring?
Jamal
Murray.
No, it's Jamal and Joker. We go through tape, we go through film, all that.
That's a fact. It's Jamal Murray, man. Let's be real, man.
No. What people do, they're like, because Jamal Murray did 2 games. Hold on, Herm, let me just finish. Let me finish. No, we all watch the series. Because Jamal Murray hit those 2 game-winning shots, closing is not mean just hitting 2 game-winning shots. Closing what you do in pivotal moments. Last time I checked, Joker was also scoring in pivotal moments. Joker was getting and making key passes in pivotal moments.
People are not saying that. We're saying when it comes down to winning time and you need a play, who are you giving the ball to?
Joker. What the hell are you talking about?
That's just the facts. When it's winning,
the fact is I'm giving the ball to Joker. I'm giving the ball to my best player. I'm giving the ball to my best player.
I feel like we're low key. I feel like low key with both sides are being a little too extreme. Just because, like, I get your point.
Okay.
But now I get your point from the standpoint for Denver. I do think that we do have to give Jamal Murray credit at some point. This is why he gets paid what he gets paid for. When we get into the crunch time, Jokic does not have the perimeter creation of a guard. Like, that's just a fact. And so Jamal Murray, that's Jamal Murray's purpose down the stretch. His play creation, his shot creation, his ability to create for himself and others, that's where that is utilized most. So I agree there. But we can't sit here and act like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does not have options for him to be able to go to that can be able to execute plays down
He
there.
don't.
But that's the problem. But that's the problem. We're talking about when the game counts. So if I told you these are the stats between 2 players in the fourth quarter, one took 10 shots, one took 5. You already know who took 10, right?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Right? So the fact that the non-MVP is taking all the shots in the fourth quarter, when you ask who's the most important, you kind of have to say the guy who gets the ball when you need to win.
And that's what we disagree. That's
not true.
It's like an Anthony Davis, right? Very good in the first 3 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason we notice it is because they lose, and then we go to the stats and realize, fuck, you only took 1 shot. You only took 2 shots. See, if they had a closer finishing the games, we wouldn't look at his flaw. See, Jokic has a closer. So we don't realize Jokic is playing 1 through 3 quarters.
Jokic doesn't have the ability to.
But that's the thing.
It's in a circumstance. I won't say unique circumstance. He has to have the ball in the post for him to be able to operate in the clutch, because he does not have those guard-like skills. Doesn't mean he can't close. It's not even that. Ability is
it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. No, it's not that. No, it's not that. No. It's no. Gil, to your point. Gil, to your point. First of all, last time I checked, they won Game 5 when Jamal Murray did not play well. Let's get that out the way. Number one. Number two.
Game 5. Wait. Game 5, they did not play well.
No, I said they won that game. Jamal Murray did not play well that game.
Okay.
So let's get that out the way. Second thing is in regards to closing, right? Yes, we all understand Jamal Murray takes more shots in the fourth quarter. But to answer your question, I want the ball in my best player's hand, because Joker, even though he's not taking as many shots in the fourth quarter, who's to say he's not getting more open shots for his teammates in the fourth quarter? Who's to say Joker's not helping? Who's to say Joker's not helping Jamal Murray get some of his shots off too? The last time I checked, you and I both know this. In the fourth quarter, what did Denver go to? They go to that pick and roll with who? With Joker. You, especially as a guard, you understand it's way easier to get my shot off coming off a great screen than opposed to doing it without it.
And
I got you right here.
And what you said is you said Murray had a horrible game 5, and they still won, right? He had an excellent fourth quarter. He was 5 for 9, had 12 points in the fourth quarter when they needed to count.
Agreed.
Right?
What was Joker doing?
Huh?
No, I'm saying, what was Joker doing?
Joker was busy. Joker was busy putting on history. Joker was busy putting on history.
Yeah, putting on history.
So,
6 points. Nothing.
No. So on top of doing 3 for 6, like you said, so I'm being efficient, I'm being accurate. But what he's also doing, what is Joker's best attribute? It's playmaking and passing. Was he not doing that in the fourth quarter too? I just want to know. The people want to know.
Yes, he had 1 assist in the fourth quarter. I mean, come on,
No, it's not about assists. No, Gil, 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 you're too much of a basketball mind to just relegate to assists.
Again, he had one.
Think
about what I'm saying is,
man.
he had 1 assist in the fourth quarter, so the delegating was not him like normal. That's why I said, because you're watching the whole totality of the game and you're looking at the finished report, like Murray had 12. The game he said it was bad. He had 12 points and 4 assists. Because what are they running? They're running a pick and roll for Murray. The pick and roll is for Murray and Murray only. When they're losing, Murray is struggling in the fourth quarter. Murray is being doubled in the fourth quarter. That's what you're not.
Murray's being doubled?
When Murray can't score is because they're focusing on him. Because
no, come on, man. Jokic getting double. Jokic.
Real quick, I want to move.
My bad. Yeah, hey, no matter how you look at it, right? What you need to do is you need to track his production in the first 3 quarters, just like I do Anthony Davis, right? I see what he does in the first 3 quarters, then I see what he does in the fourth quarter. It lets you know what type of player they are, right? That's how we judge who's who. We look at the production when it counts. Who is my go-to guy? Who is the finisher? So, like somebody like KG, right? We say KG the last 4 minutes of the game, he only averaged 1.2, which means when he has the ball under 4 minutes, play one-on-one. He can't do shit. He's looking to pass the ball. He's not that guy. That's how we judge who's who.
Hey, Gil,
Hold on. Wait a minute, because we got two people that have not got to give any type of banter with Mr. Gilbert Arenas. H, you go first. I want to hear your thoughts about what's going on, man.
Yo, man. Anyway, salute everyone on the panel, man. Salute Gilbert, man. He was one of my players I used to watch back in the day, man. So I know when it comes to this scoring, at the end of the day, I ain't been on the NBA court, so I ain't gonna try and educate you on what scoring's about when it comes to making the bucket. Now, in terms of the MVP, what I went to ask was, personally, I don't think Jokic was the MVP this season myself. But I just want to understand, what's your category for an MVP? What's your criteria?
My criteria is the criteria that we all thought. Who is the most valuable player in the league, right? Who is the best player in the league? So when we say Michael Jordan only has 6, we usually say only has 6, right? We say Kobe Bryant, damn, he only has 1, Shaquille O'Neal. So we usually use the metrics they use. The best player on the best team. Okay, that seems simple. But if the best player on the best team is not having an MVP year, can you give it to him? That's not how that should work, right? So it should be a little bit of what? Your team, yourself. That's what I'm saying. It's hard because we're still confused ourselves, right? And this is the question I asked. Jokic team, they won 57 games, right?
Agreed.
He averages the same stats next year, but his team is in first place for the first time. Do you give him the MVP again?
If there's no better,
it depends.
It depends on other candidates. Depends on other candidates.
Exactly.
Gilbert, no, can I answer this question? With that being said, because it all depends on what somebody else is doing. You think that's good enough to be a third for Jokic? You talking about specifically Jokic, be a top 3 finalist next year if he does that, or that don't matter. You're just talking about this him being winning MVP.
Yeah, I'm just asking from his stats this year. He averages the same stats next year.
He definitely will be in the conversation. I know that for sure.
What if he actually has a triple-double and they get to say, "Oh shit, he actually got one"? Do you give it to him again? Like that's
See,
what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying with that.
I get what you're saying.
At that point, too.
The problem is this. They're trying to preserve history.
I agree with that.
I agree.
So now, when you're taking that into consideration, then that means everything that we're seeing is not for what it really is. Because when Giannis had 2 and he had that wonderful year to get his third, they're like, nah, we don't want him to get Larry Bird's third. So they give it to Jokic. Right? And then when Jokic has 2, they say, oh shit, let's give it to Embiid. Right? You're finding a way to screw the real winner. So now everything gets lopsided. Now everybody who gets screwed the year before wins it the next year. You can't do it. You have to somehow autocorrect it and just say, hey, this is the person that deserves it, and then move forward. You can't keep trying to correct your last loss.
I agree with that, yeah.
And that becomes the problem. So we sit here and beat each other up over something that they're doing. There's 100 voters. This year, 99. Let me tell you this. You guys watch more NBA than all of those voters.
That's a fact.
Hey, I'm thankful. Thank you.
Now, wouldn't you think that's a problem?
Yeah,
agree.
I agree.
So what happens? Like I looked at the list. They got motherfucker this is lying, but it's like they got Krispy Kremes with a vote. Motherfucker had Krispy Kreme's CEO gets the vote. The people you look at, if you look at that list, you're like, who the fuck are these people?
Agree.
Somebody in Alaska.
Somebody get a vote. He shouldn't.
But they too busy.
Kendrick Perkins is getting votes. That's crazy.
Hey, but keep looking at that list. You're gonna start seeing companies that you've never even heard of with a vote, knowing damn well they don't watch no goddamn basketball, let alone watching OKC. Most of us don't even watch OKC. None of it, right? So the fact that they even have Shea, they never even really see him play. So it's basically when he comes to Toronto, and I get to see him for the one time he comes, what does he do for me? That's how they're voting.
I just want to be clear. I have no disagreement with anything that you just stated. My only disagreement has been what seems to be your criteria, which is very team success based. That was my only disagreement.
That's the only way to view it, though.
But that's how they that's how they done it.
That's not the only way to view it.
Now,
but go ahead and extra.
How about this? No. Go this. Do this. Go to everybody who won 2 MVPs or more in the last 40 years. Look at their personal what they did and look at their team record.
You're talking about what they did do. I'm talking about what they should have been doing. I'm saying when Steve Nash got the MVP over a Shaquille O'Neal, over a LeBron James, over a Kobe Bryant, I'm saying that was the incorrect conclusion.
Okay. Phoenix had the best record, though.
Steve Nash,
and that's why I'm saying that is the incorrect way of viewing things.
Well, that's always been, but they use record as a part of it, though. They always use record as a part of it.
But this is
it's not a part
I just think MVP should have.
Now, okay, so look at it like this. Look at it like this with Steve Nash first one, right?
Yeah.
No one questioned his first one. No one questioned it. This is why. The year before Steve Nash got there,
team, yeah.
Yes.
They won 29 games the year before he got there. They added him. They won 62 games because of him. So that's an MVP. That's a fucking hell of a turnaround, right?
Okay. What about
Right?
the second one? What about the second one?
I remember the storyline because I argued it. Steve Nash, Amari went out, and they were like, well, they supposed to play bad. They supposed to be horrible. And they won 55 games. But this is the same group that said Kobe's team should be last place.
Agreed.
So the fact that they made 8th spot, woo! You ranked them last, and they made 8th spot. You ranked them first. They still beat you first.
You think it should have been who?
I think. Wait, 04 was. It was 04 was Nash. The second MVP should have been Dirk's, in my opinion.
We're talking about 0506.
06, there you go.
Even Dirk's MVP.
Nah, come on, Gil.
They always use record.
They had the best record. Hold on, they had the best record in the league. Gil, when you got MVP.
For the most part,
even with your criteria of being more success dependent, he was the best. He was the best player on the best team. No.
The best player on the best team. Yeah, but that's not my criteria. That's the NBA criteria.
There is no.
Wait. What is your criteria, Gil?
I don't have one because it's that's what I'm saying. My criteria is the best player in the NBA. I don't give a fuck about your record.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you.
Okay.
I think that's what I was gonna say.
The player who can't be stopped. That's the MVP.
I think that it was called the MVP should be the player with the best. The person that was the best player in that season. That's why I think the MVP.
And that's how 400. That's how 400 and other 450 players think too. We think whoever the best player is in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right. So what happens is you force us to win to get awards. So when someone like Kobe says, I'm about to average 35, they say, nah, we're not going to promote selfishness. So then they say, all right, we'll give it to him when he wins. So he wins, they give it to him. What do you think that tells everybody else? Oh, it's about winning. Yep. Then you have someone like Jason Tatum who tries to win, and then they're like, nah, we're not even gonna put you in the top 5, fucker. Now he's sitting. Now Jason Tatum is sitting there like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Do I say fuck this team and just average 35?
That's a great example. But that's a great example though, because like I said before, they pick and choose. They use their criteria, then pick and choose and use it, apply it to other people.
And that's the frustration with why everything. That's why we have these debates, because we're sitting here trying to figure out what it is, and we're like, well, one year it was this year is this, okay, this year is this. Make up your fucking mind, right? And that becomes a problem. Like this, overrated. The guy who's averaging 27 and 10 is overrated. Like, come on, right? But you let somebody vote for it. He busts my ass. Fuck him. And you know what I mean? So everything is a little bit jaded, right? And that's the problem. The problem is when you go back and you look at people's stuff. And I know this probably irritated you because you like Jokic. When I said Jokic is the worst, I said a 2-time MVP in the last 40 years. And now I'm gonna double down and say he's the worst 3-time MVP in the 40 years. You're going to say, oh, my God. Now I'm going to say this. Okay, here, I'll just give you the list. Since you're not going to ask who's on the list, I'll give it to you.
I think the only one you can really argue against is
I'm going to let you finish.
I'm not going to lie to you. When it comes to what's called the 3 times MVPs, it's a really tough list. And I think the only one I would really argue against is Moses Malone. I think he's a 3-time MVP.
Yeah, Moses got 3.
Moses.
Yeah, no.
Moses got 3.
He's not on the list. That's why I use
He
a
didn't cut
certain.
it. He didn't cut it.
He said 40. He said that's why he said 40 years. That's not 40 years.
Oh,
No,
40.
that's what.
Oh, you cut him out. Yo,
Moses
you cut him out. You're wrong for
last
that.
MVP.
You're
Moses
wrong for
last
that.
MVP was 83.
Hold on.
Hey,
Hold on.
So-
Gil, I want you to know the propaganda you just pushed.
It's disgusting.
Feeding
It's
family.
disgusting,
It's feeding
bro.
family. Anyway.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie
Herm
to you.
wants ask
I
you a
respect
question
you for that.
So you see how I do it. I do the same thing they do. I get them. That's why they don't like me, because I fuck them up with their own medicine, and they're like, that's bull.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Okay.
So-
Hey, Herm wants to ask you a question real quick. Herm, OG, you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Hey Gil, I like everything you've been saying. I've been trying to tell these dudes for years.
You haven't said none of that. You said none of
Yes,
that.
I have. I
Yo,
mean,
you was a cat. You was
yes,
a
I
Oh,
am.
true. Let him get to his question.
I probably don't say it in the way Gil said it, but I said it. I put it like this though, Gil. Like your point when you was bringing up how Jokic really doesn't close and it's all about Murray. Have we ever seen a center really just been a closer? Because I haven't. I haven't in my lifetime seen a center close out a game. Been the closer.
It's rare. You have Kareem. You have Dream. You have Duncan. David Robinson before him. Yao Ming was a closer because he can make free throws. You got Embiid.
Shout out to Embiid.
Shout out to Embiid.
It's not that many.
It's a rarity thing. Like
Moses.
Just like
No, Moses wasn't closing.
Just like when I said when I first said Brunson's not he's not a number one guy on a championship team, right? And people like, oh, you're saying he's not a star. No, I'm not saying he's not a star. I'm saying he's very great at what he does. To win a championship, he can't be the number one option. People don't realize.
People be going too far on.
To be the number one on a champion. To be the number one on a championship team, I think people don't realize it's usually like top 5 to 7 players in the league that are champion. Like that's when you actually get to the people that are really like built for those type of things. And I think people don't really want to like sit down and really think about that. When have you seen the best player on the championship team not be a top 5-ish, 7-ish player in that season?
No, it's rare. It's rare.
And the crazy part, also you have to build a team accordingly to that star player that's you feel is capable of doing that. Also.
Yeah, that was such a unique circumstance.
I also want to say 2013 because I think no one there was a top 10 player.
No. When I'm talking about guards, right? His size. The only 2 players that's won championship in the last fucking 30-something years at that size has been Steph Curry and Isaiah. For the guards, it's not. That's what I said. The guard itself being a lead dog, winning a championship, that's rare.
Yeah, it's a very long.
That's rare,
right? You know, so you got so Steph is that, and Isaiah Thomas. Other than that, that's not a thing. So it's easy for me to just yell it out, knowing that history is on the side of what I'm saying. That's all. I just word it a certain way to get everybody irritated. Like instead of saying Jokic is 5th on the list, I say he's the worst because the worst seems a lot better for clicking.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I just got a quick follow up question.
Go ahead, Sturdy.
No, because Gil, I remember I watched your podcast, both of them, right? There was one y'all had a passionate conversation on the impact of Jason Kidd, right? How the fact that he wasn't necessarily the best scorer, but he was able to control the game. It was just his ability to pass and make alone. Yeah. For him to make guys like Richard Jefferson, Kenyon Martin a scoring threat with his ability to get those guys easier shots, that's an ability.
Yeah.
When they got to the finals in the 2000s, who was their closer? They didn't really have a closer, but you understood in the waning moments, Jason Kidd was going to get us an easy bucket. So all I'm saying is, right, you said this multiple times, like, as you said it from the perspective of the player and as a basketball fan. The best way to evaluate these players when you watch their game, look at the impact on what they have on the game. It's beyond just the stats. It's beyond just the even the skill. It's how they influence in the game. So I'm not pushing back on any of the factual things you said about Jamal Murray averaging more points in the fourth quarter. All I'm saying is, and you understand this too, being a great player, you controlling the game. You have an impact on the game is what matters most than opposed to just looking at production.
It all depends, because if we're doubling you the first 3 quarters and then we realize, like, but this lets you go. This lets you know how dumb coaching staffs really are, because
that's a fact. That's a fact.
They can't pick up on certain players' tendencies. Their scouters are horrible. They're like the scouts, the general managers for who drafted Jokic, Murray, and made the trade. That was my ball boy in Washington.
Yep.
Right? That was my ball boy. And then the guy who's there now, Calvin Booth, that was my teammate. We sat next to each other on the plane and the bus, and that's all we talk basketball, right? He has a basketball mind. When I study, I usually study on what makes players great, what makes players bad, tendencies, right? Like if they have a hitch, like they tap their foot before they shoot, like I try to find flaws. So I don't watch the game just to look at the score. I'm looking at how lazy, how many times he goes back and forth before he seems tired, right? I look at everything. I noticed this about point guards themselves. I would never draft a pure point guard. The reason is this. Magic Johnson was a fucking unicorn, right?
Oh yeah.
When Magic Johnson came into the NBA, he made this idea of, we need this, a guy who has this vision, who can pass first, unselfish. We need him running a point. When you really look at the history of it, the guy who makes everyone better, your point guard, means your team is not that good, right? If you have your point guard, you have your Lonzo Balls, guys who's sitting out there trying to get 10, 11 assists, that means the team is not that good. Because if you have a Kobe or a Jordan on your team, you don't have a time to run around trying to make plays. Just give me the fucking ball, move out of the way. Right? So when you look at the history of point guards themselves, the championship point guards, they're averaging about, the last time I checked, about 4.4 assists a game. Remember, you're going to have Derek Fishers in there. You're going to have a bunch of, you're going to the Mario Chalmers, motherfuckers like that, right?
Yeah, Magic was the only one to win averaging double-digit assists. And he was on the stat team too. That helps it out.
The champion who had the most assists since Magic Johnson, you guys won't even think of him as a real point guard like that, will be Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
The year he won a championship, he averaged about eight. But he averaged about eight something assists, which was the highest. Him, Jason Kidd, and Avery Johnson were the last 3 guards that average. But you see who they are. It's hard, man. If you like, you don't want to play with a pure point. You want a dominant guard. Like, think about LeBron having a Steve Nash or a Chris Paul. It don't work. He needs the ball. That's why Murray fits. Jokic can play point. Just give me a dude that can shoot the ball.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
But I gotta get this Jordan shit out of the locker.
I know you got a piece out. One real quick. I just want to say shout out to the 600 viewers we got watching us right now. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys. But yeah, please make sure to hit that like button.
Shout out Mario. Come on, man. Like
and another thing, guess what? We got that subscription, dog. Yeah, there we go. We made it. And then I got 2 questions for you. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Who you got in game 6 for OKC versus Dallas Mavericks?
Good question.
We
About to
both
start.
know we both know it's gonna be Mavs, right?
Wait.
Hey man, watch your mouth, man.
Wait, hold on.
Hey,
Let him finish. Let him answer. And Gil, just in case you don't know, they had Dallas. They had Dallas for game 6.
Yeah, we both know it's Dallas, right, Gil?
We know Gil pushing their agenda, man. He
Hey,
don't want
his
them to win.
MVP.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. He's conflicted right now. The guy who picked for MVP or Kyrie. Let him answer the question.
He's conflicted.
Yeah, I am. Hold on.
I remember he was conflicted.
I remember I was conflicted.
You know what? It all depends on if Luka's going to sit at the 3-point line.
I agree with you.
Then I'm going to go with OKC because they take quality shots, which they didn't last game because they fucking took damn near 43s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the referees?
Bro, I know you have some beef against
I wish we had more time because he's speaking facts on that.
Hey, listen, if what's the name is there, hold on, let me see. If Scott Foster, Tony Brothers is there, is gonna go to OKC.
Come on, bro, Rick. You on the hot seat. Who you got? Final answer.
Lamar says Scott Foster is a referee.
Scott Foster is referee.
Oh, it's Scott Foster. Oh, then I'm taking Thunder.
Yes, it's Scott Foster and Tim Donahoe.
All right, we're going back to OKC for game 7. Indiana versus New York Knicks Sunday afternoon in New York.
Your favorite fan base, Gil. Oh, you pandering now. Okay.
New York.
Hold on. Josh Hart hurt.
Okay,
Josh
I like
Hart
that.
hurt. Hold on. Josh Hart. Shan put up his dominant. He may not. He's
Abdominal,
questionable.
Is the OG coming back?
Abdominal strength.
They're gonna listen. They're gonna blow Indiana out by like 20.
I agree.
All right.
Last one.
Gil said New York Knicks advanced into the Eastern
Have you seen the New York crowd? You seen that?
Yo, they ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't seen them this motivated.
Okay, so now what is going to be a great series? Boston versus New York or Indiana versus New York?
I see.
Boston versus New York. Hey, you going with the business?
Hey, you ain't gotta fight me on this.
I want to see the Knicks.
The referee's going to do so much.
I want the Knicks to be in the ECF. But the issue is the Knicks are really injured and beat up right now. I genuinely don't think they'll be able to put up a good enough fight against them.
Oh, no. Let me show you how this works.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see how Brunson plays, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, you can give him a foul every time he drives.
Mm-hmm.
So all you do is just you put the key players in foul trouble on Indiana.
Yeah.
I can tell you
he's going to the line 30 times this game, man.
So all you do is just foul out you get like Halliburton fouled, and when TJ come in, hurry up and get him in foul trouble. Then you try to get you just blow the whistle here and there so it doesn't look obvious. Just these little ticky-tack fouls, and they have no rhythm.
You mean what they did to the Sixers? All right, cool.
Facts.
Oh,
last one, Gil. Who wins game 7?
The last 7, Minnesota versus Denver, game 7 Sunday night. Who you got? They're in Denver. Come on. You've been nasty. I'm
gonna go with the champs.
Shocker.
You almost there with me, Gil.
For me to clip this, okay? You missed the opportunity. we could have kept with the nasty propaganda.
I'm gonna go with the champs on this.
All right. Oh, real quick, OG. You want to tell them real quick what you got?
Hey, Gil, I disagree though. Kyrie gonna stay undefeated. They got the Mavs closing it out tonight, man. Kyrie gonna close it out tonight.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's the only person I'm afraid of because he's been so docile. Right? He's been so docile.
He's due for a big game.
Like he's not even pushing to have a big game. It's like he's just keeping it. All right, we good. Okay, we in control. Let me go ahead and it just seems like he's not really it's like he's playing chess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm afraid, like, if he takes at least 3 shots in the first 7 minutes, fuck.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna try to go for 30, and if he's going for 30, then it's Mavs.
Yeah, it's over. It's over there.
Yeah.
For those, it's a fun stat. For those that don't know, when Kyrie in closeout games, when the team that Kyrie is on, he's 13-0 in closeout games.
Yeah.
If they up in the series, so yeah, so we gonna see.
Yeah,
good looks, Gil.
Gil,
Appreciate
we
Gil, you subscribe to my channel.
showing up.
Yo, Gil, hey, True to Cake TV.
All right. Hey, FY, is he still here?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's still in the chat. He's still in the chat.
Okay. Sub him up for me. He'll do it.
That's love. That's love. That's
all
love.
right, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hey, bless, Gil. Appreciate it.
Hey, bless, though.
Hey, man, listen, man. That's what comes with the crossover. You may never know who shows up, man. You may never know, man. So listen, man.
Hey, you can never know who crosses our path.
Ooh.
All right, that's all right. We gonna use that cringe. We gonna use that cringe, and we gonna.
Hold on. Because here's the crossover, man. We like to let the chat vote. Hey, chat. Put some tomatoes in the chat, man. If my boy
you got it.
Put some
I
fire.
try to overshadow it. I try to help you, Zeno. I try to help you, Zeno.
Yeah, they cracked me up, bro.
Put some tomatoes in the chat for Peppa Pig.
Yeah, for Peppa Pig, man. Hey, but look, man, I want to say make sure y'all follow us on Twitter, the crossover at FYF. No, the crossover FYF on Twitter. My bad, y'all.
Funny as fuck is crazy.
We do.
I'm getting cooked in the chat. That's crazy.
Hey, man, cut the chat, man. Cut the chat off, man.
Yeah, MC Robinson really is like MC Robinson is like
oh my god.
But we definitely want to give a shout out to she's handling some business right now, man. Maria knows best.
Oh, hold up. We got Cash App donation.
Okay, who?
Moose Talks.
Man, shout out to Moose Talk Hoops too,
man.
Shout out.
Donation.
My brother Moose, man.
We should have dropped the Cash App when Gil was up here.
Thank you so much.
I've been dropping the cash. The cash
Make sure
y'all
subscribe to Moose Talk Hoops, by the way. So crazy as well. Make sure y'all also subscribe to Vanity Sports.
Yeah.
But hey, salute to everybody. Give me 1 second, y'all. But no, so tonight, y'all. Mavs,
oh yeah,
OKC.
my fault, rebranding. My fault.
Go ahead.
Usyk beat Tyson Fury by split decision. I told you.
Yeah, I watched the whole fight.
I feel like he got cheated. I feel like he got cheated.
It was. I think.
Nah, it wasn't a robbery.
It was a close
like
fight. I mean, Usyk was a more aggressive fighter, so I can see. I gotta watch it again. But hey, I told y'all Usyk, best heavyweight in the world. Hey man, let's get it.
Hey man, salute. And True did call it correctly. But look, y'all, man, tonight we got Mavs OKC. Y'all know who I'm rocking with. First off, hold on, let me just do this because I was talking real spicy. I was talking real spicy last episode, y'all. If we could have played it back, y'all would have heard me say, "Hey man, it's over for the Nuggets in 5, man. It's done. It's cooked." So I gotta hold myself accountable. I was wrong. I apologize. I'm on my J. Cole tip right now. I couldn't sleep for 2 nights.
Keep
man.
J. Cole's mouth out your.
Hey, keep his mouth out of my name.
Keep his mouth off your.
I meant to say keep his name out your mouth.
But
L's in the chat.
So listen, and chat, I need y'all participation with this. Who do y'all have tonight? Is it the Mavs? Is it OKC? So I'm gonna go with you, True. Talk to me, my dog.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I gotta go with I gotta go with probably the Mavericks, man. I think the Mavericks playing better team basketball right now than OKC. They're playing better as a collective unit per se. OKC players besides SJ, they've been struggling, inconsistent. Kyrie Irving, man. Listen, Kyrie Irving. Truth be told, this may be maybe a hot take per se, but listen, this is my opinion. Kyrie may have been the best player for this Mavericks in these playoffs, man. The defense, his playmaking, his efficiency, his timely shots he's been hitting all the way during the playoffs, his timely plays. getting other guys involved, man. And Kyrie, listen, we know he in these type of settings, Kyrie is dangerous. He's been there, done that. So man, listen, Luka, like I said, he had a good game last game. PJ Washington, I think OKC. Listen, J Dub is struggling. Uh, they had to put their backcourt. The OKC the only person in backcourt really is giving Mav is SGA. They put Isaiah Joe over Josh Giddey in the starting lineup. It ain't been working. So I got Mav tonight. They're gonna close it out.
Hey man, salute to that H, my good brother H. Are you there?
Salute, man. Salute. Yeah,
man. So H, who you got, man, tonight? Are you my dog and you got the Mavs, or you a op and you got a OKC? Go ahead, good brother. It's on you. No pressure though, brother. You might get blocked, but no pressure.
I got the Mavs. I got the Mavs winning. I've had them winning from the beginning. Okay. I had it in 6. It's in 7 now. End of the day, I think this game's just going down to who can make shots, man. I think it's just going to be that simple. Who can make shots? And I believe that the Mavs have had a better shot success from 3. I think it's going down to that. I think Kyrie and Luka, they're gonna catch fire, but I don't think it's gonna be any 30-point games. I think it's gonna be mid 20s, but it's gonna be down to who can make shots from the role players. And I trust the Mavs role players more than OKC's.
Okay. Good brother Sturdy, you there?
Yeah.
Who you got? Are you? Hold on. Let me ask you. Are you getting blocked, or are you still my dog, man? Go ahead. No pressure though, brother. No pressure. You got Mavs or OKC?
I take option both. Nigga, like I can get blocked and still be your brother, but like regardless, I'm picking my side. I predicted this. I predicted Mavs at 6 before the series started. I'm gonna stick with it. Primarily because to me, this game will really go come down to OKC role players. If they can make the open threes, then they're gonna see a game 7. But if not, I think this is a game. I think this is a game for Kyrie. Kyrie been consistent for the most part. I think PJ has been the most consistent Maverick in this series. But I think this is a Kyrie game, and I think we're gonna have a nail biter too. So I'm leaning towards Mavs in the close one to close it out at 6.
Man, salute. Casual. Who you got, brother? And you listen. You know I'm on a blocking spree right now, good brother. Go ahead, talk to me, man. My dog, man.
Nah. He showed up late for work last Sunday, nigga. It's fuck you for life. Anyway,
okay.
I'm going OKC.
Cool.
I'm going OKC. I said OKC was gonna win in 7. I can't. I'm looking at them. As much as I feel like Kyrie is due for like an explosion offensively, OKC is due for like an efficient game, not as efficient as what they did in game 1. Because my God, that was pure perfection. But I think they're due to get back on their efficient basketball playing selves. They have not been playing efficient basketball. They've been playing into Dallas's hands. I think this is the game where they actually lock in and play like they want to stay here. So.
Okay, Hollywood Hearn, what's going on? And make sure y'all put them guitars in the chat for Hollywood Hearn, man. Hollywood, you there with me?
Man, hey, you know I've been telling these bums left and right, man, that the Mavs are gonna win at 6. Kyrie Irving, despite of what people may feel PJ Washington been doing scoring-wise, Kyrie Irving the clear-cut leader, been getting everybody involved, been getting all the role players' confidence up because he sees the bigger picture. He could have been went off, but he took the back seat to make sure everybody else is comfortable, everybody else having confidence. So Kyrie Irving will close it out. We'll keep his undefeated streak and close out games going. Man, Mavs going to win easily tonight. It's not even – they're going to pull away in the mid-third quarter, and they're going to dominate from mid-third quarter on. Mavs is 6, man, like I've been told y'all. OKC not ready yet. Shout out to SGA, though, but they're not ready, man.
Hold up.
Yeah, shout out to SGA. He really has been the only one that is consistently
best Canadian.
Carrying is a little bit of a stretch, but he's been the only one that's really been showing up.
Unironically, it did kind of carry by.
Go ahead, Zeno.
No. You go first, bro.
So first off, I'm gonna give credit to OKC. I'm gonna put some dang on respect on Shea Gill's name. Y'all know I've been one of the most vocal people saying that he should have never been in the MVP conversation. I'm gonna be real, man. Shea has been that, man. Listen, came back, took our heart the other night. Shea Gill is that guy. The league is in great hands. I'm really excited for where the league is going. This playoffs has really shown us like, the league is in good hands. We'll be just fine once the greats step away. But I got Mavs, and I don't care. I mean, y'all never heard me say Mavs in 7. I've always said Mavs in 6. Don't go pull the footage. Mavs at 6 tonight, man. We gonna take it. I need. Hey, listen, man, Luka, if you listening, brother, we need you to just let the game come to you tonight. We don't need you complaining tonight. We don't need you, arguing fouls. Exactly what you did last game. We need that, Luka. PJ Washington. One can argue that he's probably been one of the best players, if not the best player that we've had this series. We need PJ Washington. We need PJ Washington to have a great game tonight as well. Kyrie Irving, he's due for a great game. Luka, just get out the way, brother. Get out the way tonight. Let the game come to you, and everything will be okay. But that's it though. Mavs and 6 tonight. But Zeno, what you think?
Full transparency. The series started last Tuesday.
Hold on.
After game 1, Brandon was ready to destroy his Luka jersey. By game 2 on Thursday,
why
he
you
was
doing
singing
this to me,
high praises for Kyrie. By Saturday on the 11th, he was calling PJ Washington the second coming of fucking Kevin Love. By Monday the 13th,
this is crazy.
By the 13th, he was ready to destroy anybody that said that Dallas could win this series.
So you just
and by Wednesday, by Wednesday, he said he said in our group chat, and I quote,
"This is crazy.
Luka is the GOAT." I kid you not.
No.
Brandon is not.
Hold on, Brandon. Let's add flowers to let's add flowers to the dirt. So and also casual. Let's not forget the entire step of the time he was saying, "Oh, this series is going 7." Am I wrong, casual?
He did.
Am I wrong?
He did.
So hold on.
You did say that.
Wait. So hold on. If he said it was going 7, how is he picking Dallas now?
That's why I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure that out.
I don't know, Sturdy.
No,
I don't know, Sturdy.
Hold on, because I feel like this, and this is what excuse us, chat, while the crossover goes through a facelift.
A facelift is crazy.
I would be honest. I don't appreciate how y'all have exposed.
You lied about his prediction.
You
lied about his
prediction. You lied about how long
I'm gonna say this. Moving forward,
you lied
I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you dress. Moving forward, y'all have betrayed me in front of the people. I have nothing else to say to y'all. Zeno, go ahead and take it away. Good brother.
No. You guys can carry on cooking him. He's trying to move on.
You lied about PJ Washington. You lied about Kyrie Irving.
So hold on.
You
lied
about Luka. You lied about Jason Kidd. You did lie about Jason Kidd.
You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead, and I have nothing else to say. I'm just here so I don't get fined moving forward. Zeno, please, brother.
Did you just boot someone?
No, I didn't boot anyone. Good brother.
Okay, good brother's crazy.
My pick is Mavs in 6. If anyone remembers, that was my pick at the start, right? Casual?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
since you pulling receipts, nigga.
I've been saying this. What the hell? Anyways, I've been the one who's been saying Mavs in 6. Anyways, I thought that this was gonna be a long series, but I thought the Mavs just a better skilled. No, not better skilled
That's
team.
not why. All right,
I think OKC is. I think OKC is. Wait. I think OKC is the more skillful team, but the reason why is I thought it was because they're young. I think they didn't. Okay. Was that not true? Was that not true?
No. That wasn't. That's not the complete truth. You said that Dallas was going to win in 6 because you didn't think they were going to win if it goes back to OKC. That's what you said.
Did I say that? I actually don't remember
said,
saying that.
You said
I remember
Dallas.
strictly
You
talking
said you don't think
about
Dallas.
how I remember strictly talking about how young that was called OKC is, and talking about how
You
OKC
you're
is
speaking truth about that. You're speaking
exactly.
the truth about that.
I do not remember saying
I'm saying it's not
man.
I'm saying it's not the full truth, because I said why 6. You said because you don't think if Dallas goes back to OKC.
Yeah,
for
we
game
may need
7
receipts on that one. I don't remember
I
ever saying that.
Look, I will find it, because we literally did a prediction before the series started. So
Go ahead.
I'll find it.
Nah, go ahead though.
No, finish up, Zeno. Zeno.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, TLDR, just think that OKC doesn't have good enough. I just think that the Mavs are just on a roll right now. I think they're just gonna take it. I don't want to say anything more than that.
That's
all
fair.
right. Salute.
That's fair.
So, all right, y'all. Quick predictions, man. We got, 2 game 7s tomorrow.
Timberwolves,
and the Knicks.
Yeah,
Knicks,
man,
Pacers, Timberwolves, Nuggets.
Hold on. So let's do it like this. Zeno, before we
I'll
get
go
up
for
out of here,
both.
brother.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Game 7, Timberwolves versus Nuggets.
I got Timberwolves. And then can I say the other one as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, just one.
Okay,
no, you gonna rush both?
Timberwolves. Go ahead.
All right, casual. Timberwolves,
Nuggets.
Okay.
Shaking my head.
Chat, also let us know as well, chat. True to King. Timberwolves and Nuggets.
Timberwolves.
Nice.
Okay.
That's why he's true to good.
Hollywood Hearn, my good brother.
Get it out your
Timberwolves and
throat.
Nuggets.
That was crazy.
I'm going to HR
Wow.
after this. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, we going to HR. Just keep it moving. Yeah, that was crazy. H from the UK, good brother. Timberwolves and Nuggets.
Got the Nuggets, man. I always had the Nuggets in 7. Again, it just comes down to 2 things: execution and excellence, man, and experience. Literally that, man. I think Jokic is going to crush the glass. I think he's going to give them extra opportunities and extra possessions through his rebounding, and they're just going to win that way.
Okay. Salute. Hollywood, are you there? He might not be there. All right, cool.
There?
Sturdy. You got Timberwolves, Nuggets.
I'm kind of feeling conflicted myself. You know what I mean? Like, on one hand, I want, on a business standpoint, I want the Nuggets to lose, but from a pride standpoint, I want the Nuggets to win. So it's like, rely on the Celtics or go with pride. I'm gonna take my chances. I'm gonna pick the Nuggets in 7. I think it's gonna come down to the role players making open shots, but also that's really it. If the Wolves come out, in particular, Cat be aggressive, and Alexander Walker have another game, but most importantly, the X factor for Game 7, y'all mark my words, is going to be Jalen McDaniels offensively. If he continues to knock down his open threes like he did in Game 6, the Wolves gonna win. But I got Nuggets. I got Nuggets in 7 primarily because of execution, like H said, and also I just think the role players gonna make their shots.
Okay. All right. So y'all, we got another Game 7, New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers. Well, first off, I got Timberwolves closing it out tomorrow. By the way, Lamont says Minnesota by 20. That's crazy. But let's start with you, Sturdy, since we just finished off. Knicks or Pacers?
You call me biased or not, I'm going with the Knicks. Being a New York native, not only this feeling of the city feeling good, but also in general, what's more of a bigger pleasure than seeing Knicks fans cry again when they lose to Boston in the conference finals? It was like, yeah, I need Knicks to win again. I need Knicks to win Game 7.
All right, cool. True to King. Yeah, but look, hold on. Let me just say this real quick. No. Hold on. Because the way you sitting, because you know your Celtics are already in the Eastern Conference. I don't like the way you sitting, brother.
I'm gonna tell you why. This one of the best. This one of the best JV final matchups of all time.
He said junior varsity.
I mean, listen, man. I don't care for both teams. I don't care, but any of them could get it. Anybody can get it.
Pause.
Pacers, Indiana can get the New York.
Oh wow, talk
Like
crazy.
it
Talk crazy.
don't
Yeah,
really
no Diddy.
matter
No.
who's going to win. That was whoever you were thinking like that was crazy, but that's neither near here or there.
Nah,
Anyone
so we
can
not
get
gonna so we not
it.
gonna put this so we not gonna put this up for true.
No.
That's wild.
No.
But that
Let
but the
let you
point
rock.
is
Let
the
you rock.
point
Go
is
ahead.
the
Go ahead.
point is listen, I got Pacers. I mean, listen, listen, you got Josh Hart playing 58 minutes a game. He questionable. We don't know how 100% he gonna be a dominant, like his rebounding, his his intangible that he brings to that team is gonna be big if he can't even be himself per se with the injury. And it's just like listen, the injuries, those them running miles, it's catching up on the Knicks, man. The injuries is catching up, and I think the Pacers. Listen, man. Uh, uh, I mean, listen. I got paid. And B. Listen, I did have Knicks in 5. I did have Knicks in 5 beginning of the series to be clear, but judging it off of how it is now in Game 7, man. Listen, sorry New York. Listen, we won Boston. Man, handle y'all food. All y'all in the crowd studying, talking about we won Boston. Handle y'all food, and let's see y'all can beat Indiana, which I don't think y'all can. So I
All right,
mean,
cool.
That's
Cool.
disrespectful. Oh, real quick. Duke called H out. H called Tatum a role player. I just want to.
I mean, he's been doing the disrespect that all these other casual people have been doing of
oh
Jason
yeah,
Tatum.
y'all, and by the way too, though, yeah, listen, man, if y'all didn't know, y'all been sleeping under a rock. The Soldiers going to their 6th conference finals in 8 years. You know what I mean? So hey, if y'all didn't know, you know what I mean? Y'all didn't know, Chris.
Man,
You
nobody
know what I
ain't
mean?
worried about the Jim Crow
Y'all didn't
Celtics,
know,
man.
yeah, man.
Nobody ain't worried about it,
Jim
dude.
Crow.
Nobody ain't worried
Nobody
about the
cared.
Jim Crow
Nobody
Celtics,
cared
man.
when you said the
Who
Cavaliers. When you
cares
said the
about the Jim
Cavaliers,
Crow
hold
Celtics,
up, and
man?
nobody
They got
cared
the
when you said
easiest route to the Eastern Conference Finals because niggas were hurt. They ain't done nothing special, man. Who cares about the Jim Crow Celtics?
So
They ain't
let me
gonna
ask you
win a
this.
damn thing,
Let
so
me
it
ask
don't
you. Let me
matter.
ask you
It
this.
don't
So you
matter.
can.
They can
So
sit
you.
there for a while.
So
It
with
still ain't
that
gonna
being
win shit.
said, okay. So with that being said, though, right? If I got the first seed, you damn right, you should get an easy path. You trying to tell me I fight all this way to win 64 games in the season and not get an easy path? Listen, at the end of the day, who cares who the path is? As long as the path is to get to the path and get that gold, that championship, it don't matter. Who cares what level of difficulty you playing as long as you win the championship? It doesn't matter. If you lose, you lose.
Y'all
If you
ain't gonna
lose,
win.
you lose.
Y'all ain't gonna win, True.
You've been wrong though. You've been wrong. You've been wrong since we've been doing a crossover. You've been wrong like the entire time. I want you to know, like we've been counting
God
out. You've
damn.
been wrong the
Damn,
whole
not
time.
him being wrong for 6
You
weeks. Not him
you
being wrong for 6
you
weeks.
legit said Cleveland was going to give
Oh
Celtics
wow.
problems.
It's
Survey
been a
I
said
good
wouldn't let
that.
nobody
episode for
talk about
I
You're
that.
receipts.
wouldn't let
It's
you're
another
been a
man
good
talk to
wrong.
episode
me
for
I
like
mean,
that.
You're
receipts.
wrong about the
Cleveland was hurt,
Celtics.
bro.
You're wrong about Jason
Cleveland was
Tatum.
hurt,
You're
bro.
wrong about Jalen
I'm
Brown.
just saying. Survey says as soon as y'all call Jason Tatum out, Survey says
What he do?
the
What he
3
do? True.
games he averaged 30, 10, and 6.
True. I ain't gonna lie to you, OG. I wouldn't let another man talk
Yeah,
to
I
me
wouldn't
like
let
I'm
that.
nobody
just
talk
Brandon,
to you
saying.
like
whistle.
that.
Whistle
I'm
for me.
just
Whistle for me.
saying,
I
y'all
can't
was
whistle no more.
fouling
Yeah,
last
this is
week. Y'all was
crazy.
fouling flagrant. I was online 25 times last week. How the cap I was hearing from you and H. I got on the line 25 times. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it didn't miss either though. By the way, like Jason Tatum. You know what I mean? The last
More
3
like
games,
average 30
2, 3.
shots per game is
I'm
You
not
crazy.
know
gonna
what I
lie to you,
mean?
True. I respect you for riding for Tatum this hard, man. I'm not
I'm
gonna
just
lie.
saying, man. Listen. When
Hey,
you
hey, look, hey,
listen,
look.
hey,
Bro say more like average 30 shots
Hey,
per
no,
game.
no, no, no.
That's
Look,
crazy.
hold on. We gonna move on because I really don't appreciate the hate that Jason Tatum been getting. Y'all are disrespectful. And shout out to Devin Booker. He's another one that y'all be disrespecting.
No,
But
anyone who disrespects D Book makes no sense.
we gonna
Okay.
move along. We not even gonna get into it. We gonna move along. We gonna move
who
along.
was
So
playing?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
so
leaving
that's
that
so
alone.
it. That's
We're
it.
leaving
so
that alone.
Zeno, did you call it? Knicks
Yeah, he already
Pacers?
called it. He said he started it off. Remember, he called Minnesota.
Okay. No, I'm saying Knicks Pacers.
Oh, you talking about for the Knicks and
Oh,
Pacers?
Yeah.
Pacers win.
All right. Cool. Um, Casual. Who you got, brother?
I'm gonna stick with the Knicks, but I'm not 1,000% confident in it. They really, bro. It
They're
seems
banged
like
up. They banged up.
every game,
You're
another
unpredictable,
person
bro.
falls. Every game, somebody else goes down. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Knicks, But I would not be surprised if the Pacers blew the doors off of them because they're down
In New York
to
is
their like their last
crazy.
leg.
I don't be
But-
Yeah,
hyped.
in New York would be disrespectful. I'm gonna go with Indiana. Only it doesn't matter who wins. The Celtics going to the finals. Call it now, but I just think that the Knicks are dealing with too many injuries, and now Josh Hart.
Yeah.
That's it might be
it's tough.
over.
It's tough.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
when
be
you
tough,
playing
man.
48 minutes a game, like what do you? I
Yeah.
mean, that,
But hold on.
Where's
Shout out
those
to
guys? Where's those
Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau? Where's those Tom Thibodeau defenders go? Where did they
Hold on.
go?
Let me say this. I'll never forgive him for what he did to Derrick Rose. As
and,
long as he know that, brother.
and here's the thing too. Let me put it. I'm gonna give him credit for Tim. Tim hasn't improved as a head coach, but at the same time, like let me double check how many minutes Josh Hart. I know he's a lot of minutes.
It was two games where he didn't come out the game at all.
Now it was 3 games. It was 3 or 4 games in playoffs that he didn't do.
You looking for the minutes for
Yeah, exact minutes for Josh Hart.
Give me one. Give me 1 second. I got you.
I may if I get it before. I may get it. Let me see. I'm on it now.
He played
42.
Last,
it's 42.
Oh, yeah,
42 minutes. Let's come on, but like, there's no why he playing for. Why is Josh Hart playing 42 minutes per game? Like, not even. You know what? I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad at that necessarily though. But the situations where you see like where he's playing a whole, why there's no reason why he's playing a whole game.
Hey, look.
He has He has games where he's playing well over like game 5.
Hey, hold on.
Game 6 against Philadelphia.
Shout out Cedar Hill, Texas, in the building, man. Shout out to Cedar Hill.
Game 6 against Philadelphia, he played 53 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's all the possible minutes you can possibly play.
That's
I realize
insane.
Hey, but look.
Crazy.
Hold on, but look, y'all. Look. So we gonna go ahead, y'all. Today was a great show. We appreciate everybody coming out. Make sure, like I said, y'all follow the Twitter account, the crossover FYF. We do lives over there. We do spaces over there. It's fun. It's entertaining. Make sure y'all pop up over there with us. We appreciate everyone that showed up. We appreciate Gil. I want to give a shout out to the MVC, most valuable commenter of the day, man. We're gonna go ahead and go with Perfect Prefect.
Okay.
Shout out. Yeah, no, shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the support. Make sure y'all check out episode 7. Episode 7 is gonna be crazy. Salute to FYF. Shout out to Moose Knows, Moose Talks Hoops.
For the cash app, for the cash app.
Yeah, hit the cash
app.
Yeah.
Salute to Moose for the cash app.
For sure.
Yeah,
Any shout outs y'all want to give before we get up out of here, y'all?
Oh yeah. Go subscribe. Listen, I put it in the chat already. Vanity Sports Debates. You're gonna see rebranded and casual.
Zeno exists too.
I was about to hold on. Y'all didn't let me finish.
True.
It's
okay.
Fair,
true,
though.
it's okay. Don't nobody give a damn about Zeno.
No, that's just,
you
got it, dog.
I low key did, but Zeno, go check those brothers out on Vanity Sports. You know what I mean? Let them get they almost at 842 subscribers. Now let them 200 subscribers, man. Like we got enough people. This is 441 people here. Oh yeah, True to King TV. If you want to see me, you know what I mean?
What?
If you want to see me,
you remember
listen. If you want to see me talk about my talk, you know what I mean, and see the greatness of the Celtics conversations and things of that nature, man, go to True to King TV. Patriots talk, all that stuff, man. Oh boy, my Orioles win this World Series. But anyway,
hey, look, real quick, make sure y'all subscribe to Maria Knows. Maria Knows
absolutely.
best
I'm
as
about
well.
to put that in chat too. Hold on,
salute to Maria. The MVP. Yeah, but go ahead though, y'all.
Let me see.
Oh no, man. I have nothing left to say, man. I just want to thank all 486 viewers and plus that came in through this episode. It was probably our best episode then, and a reason for it. We got to give a shout out to Gil. Thank you, Gil, for giving us that dialogue.
Shout out to Gil. Shout out Lamont.
Shout out to my OG Herm. Shout out to H. Shout out to Sturdy. Shout out to Big Bo True. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Zeno. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that played a role in this show going the way it did, man.
Hold on, but shout Shout out
Herm
to the
left.
chat though. Shout out to the chat
Nah,
though, for
Herm's here.
sure.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, shout out to chat. If it was up to me, I ain't gonna lie to you. Did you give it to Duke?
I'm giving it Duke. Give a shout out to Duke, man.
Give it to Duke.
Give it to Duke, man.
I'm
Please
giving
wanna
it to
go.
Duke, bro.
man.
All right,
Duke
man.
is
Bro,
Shout out to Duke,
what?
man.
Duke's
Hey,
been the
I'm
first
not gonna lie
Shout
to
out
you.
Duke,
I love
man.
you guys. I love everyone. It was good in on the crossover. I love the chat, but we need to end this show, man. I'm sorry. It's been 3 hours, bro.
Hey, it's one of that audible. We sometimes got called that audible football
Sometimes you
reference.
got to,
Man,
man.
you know what we do? You know what we do to
NFL
people that do that? You know what we do to people that do that?
Yeah, do it. Get
Go
him
in the
out. Yeah,
backstage.
he's
Go in the
out of here.
backstage. Go ahead and get him out of
Thank
here.
you,
Go ahead and
security.
get him out of here.
All right,
Get him
though.
out
But
of here.
listen, y'all. Make sure y'all check out episode 7 of the crossover. Don't forget what is it? I'm sorry, Rumble in the Ring.
Rumble in the ring tomorrow.
Rumble in the ring Sunday.
Rumble in the
Sunday
ring.
evening.
Hey, Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
No, for sure. And then Monday, what we got, True? Monday.
Yeah.
True Sports Talk with Hollywood Herm, man. Hey, it's going down, man. So listen, it's gonna be one-on-ones, man. Hey,
salute.
Hey, the duo that y'all didn't expect. You know what I mean? Y'all already see, you know what I mean? So hey.
Hey, nah, man. But shout out to Duke, man.
Roman
Reigns
Reigns in the Rock.
Hey,
I mean,
hey.
I mean, Roman Reigns in the Rock. I can
All right, yo. I ain't trying to be rude. I ain't trying to be rude. This is like the longest. This is the longest say goodbye ever. I'm just gonna hit the button.
Yeah, I remember.
That's it.